What's up, boys? We're back. We're back hanging out on a beautiful last Thursday, hanging out with the boys, talking about some updates, talking about other stuff, and just chilling out and having a good time. This is going to be a chill time. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm excited to see all you guys in the show. Oh, the bees. I feel the bees inside me. Make sure you do me a big ass favor and like the show. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it. Let's go. Like some Demon. Hell yeah, brother. That's how we roll, son. We never stop. We never stop, brother. All right, boys, we're talking about some Bricks and Minifigs stuff. We're going to talk about some other stuff as well. Stuff across the board. The Bricks and Minifigs lawsuit. That is very overreaching and interesting. So I'm going to talk about that as well. And we're just going to pop out and have a good time. So make sure you like the goofy ass show. What are we even up against today, man? It's hard to keep up now. Okay. It's hard to damn keep up with what's going on in life. We're up against the 629th Naked Snake in a row. Our 630th. Oh gosh, we're up another 10. 630. Shout out to Billy. Appreciate you guys so much for all your love and keeping the streak alive for years for some odd reason. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the last relic on the last show, which is awesome. Awesome to see. Great story. A lot of good info. I had a lot of fun with that show. So excited to talk to him again because I will have him on again in the near future. All right, boys, let's go. Let's start off with Mr. Billy. He says, I sent a video where the state of Utah sports Ben, which is crazy to see. I was shocked they support him over the company. Oh, well, yeah, I know what video you're talking about. And yeah, I mean, if you just look at it, if you would just look at it, you could tell immediately that, you know, the lawsuit is kind of over the top, right? It silences everyone from talking about anything. No negative. You can't give any negative feedback, can't criticize, can't joke about this goofy ass company, which, like CoffeeZilla said, doesn't really make a lot of sense and seems like a disaster, to be honest. But maybe the Eamon and them are intentionally destroying the company. Maybe they want to destroy the company. Maybe they're tired and they just want to get out. I don't know, man. You know, I've had these same thought processes with other companies. I'm like, maybe they're just trying to like get the hell out. I don't know, man. Write it all off and get the hell out of here. All right, let's see who we got in the chat today. I see Team Ray, of course. I see Hard-Nosed Pollock, Mick Stellar, all the peeps. Thank you, Hard-Nosed Pollock, for your 2 months. Your 2 months of kick subbins. Appreciate you guys over there. I see Mr. Blasco over here. Juicy Booch, my boy. If you're in here, say hi. Lex Damone. Fire Goddess, been here the whole damn time. Oh, Rexel, Funky Monkey. I want Bob's. Okay, brother. Let's get him. What's up? How you doing? Oh, Ray's here. Ultra Death. PS2 Chopper, my brother from another mother, is here. How you doing? Arg. My boy Arg is here. How you guys doing? Look at all these beautiful people. We are the bees, Mr. Eric. We're the bees, brother. Hell yeah, dude. We are the bees. Hemorrhoid, Mr. Toxic Waltz. What's up, brother? Oh my God. Toxic Waltz, you said you're 60 years old? What the hell? Stop, brother. That's enough. Robbie Van Gaan's here. Hot diggity damn. What's up, brother? Is PDH here? Okay. I tried to get PDH to come on, but she just hates me. She won't do it. She's been working every day, like all day. Like she's going out to the office and like every single day, and that takes it out of her. But she said if we hit Fight Milk, she'll come up here and get on camera and do it with me. So she's trying to compromise with an unrealistic goal. Matt Cuba, you see the trailer for the new Brad Pitt movie, Heart of the Beast? You're probably gonna tear up. The other main character is a German Shepherd. No, man, that one movie, I'll never be able to watch it again, ever again. It's called A Dog's Purpose. No, thank you. That shit's rough. I don't care who you are. If you are not human, if you don't like get messed up by that movie, you're not human. Especially if you've ever had a dog that you loved, right? I don't think I could ever watch it now. Absolutely no way in absolute hell I could ever watch that shit. Nope. No, thank you. All right, boys. Let's jump into the show, boys. Let's jump into the show. Thank you guys for getting us going. That shit's rough. Shut up. You know what? Somebody banned Hamilton Burger. Black Sheep, what's up, brother? How you doing, dude? How's my boy, brother? All right, boys. As you know, everybody's been talking about old Carmelo Anthony. There's like a race war going on social media. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's a race war on social media. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen. And it's funny because when the actual the verdict was read out, right? Everybody kind of agrees. You stabbed a guy. You weren't really in a threatening situation. You were at a track meet. Your kids. Yeah, you probably fucked. But that being said, it's been a few days now, and dude, I see tweets, and they have to be botted to oblivion. But I see tweets that are like, we should kill his brother too. And it's like the PFP is like a black guy, which is probably not, it's probably an Indian guy, let's be honest. And it has like 100K likes. And I'm like, oh, no, there's no way that many people like actually unironically think that you should just be able to kill people because slight inconvenience. Let's be honest. That's what happened. Somebody was killed over a slight inconvenience. I'm sorry, brother. If you're at the convenience store and you're packing, you got your 9 on you, you know what I'm saying? And somebody brushes up against you at the convenience store and says, hey, watch where you're going, brother. And then you pull out your gun and shoot him in the back of the head. Yeah, it's not self-defense. You just killed the guy. Like, slight inconvenience. That's okay. It's so silly. But Kyle Rittenhouse, he had dudes shooting at him and running after him and hitting him and shit. And he ran for a while. And when he finally got back to the corner, he gave it a shot or two. And he took out the trash, to be honest, if you look at the arrest record. But at any rate, we're getting out in the weeds, boys. Stop chatting in the chat. You're ruining every damn thing. Yeah, Team Ray, I saw that shit. Make sure you guys like the show. We're almost to the goal. Spam the like button, and let's have a good-ass time. Let's see if Jesse will come up here and actually do the fight milk. I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it. Josh's red truck that was in the underdicted police cam footage was at the building the night of the takeout. Yeah, it did. Not only that, but the U-Haul was there. The U-Haul was there at the Bricks and Minifigs. And Josh's thumb-looking ass was throwing shit in the back of the U-Haul. He was throwing this. He's like, oh, that's a high-dollar item. That's a high-dollar item. That's a high-dollar item. As he looked in the mirror at his toe-like self, he's like, yeah, I'm selling all this shit. That's where your difference is. Look, in my opinion, I don't know if this is true, but I think our toe boy, Mr. Josh, from Bricks and Minifig, who resigned recently but still owns the store in Eugene, Oregon. Okay, whatever. I think that's where your difference went. And I think Eamon McNeff probably knows that and is protecting his friend. I think it's as simple as that. Now, to be fair, I don't know. This is all me just shooting from the hip. Toxic Jedi, suffer bricks. Suffer bricks. All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right, boys, let's jump into this. First things first, I didn't cover this yesterday. Enough. I just mentioned it. But I want to cover this. So, because I asked Last Relic about it, Gabe, and we talked about it a little bit, and he said it was more of a personal lawsuit against his father. But before all this happened, the McNeffs, the mustachioed man, sued their own father. Which, I got to be honest. Now, look, I don't know about you. I had a loving family growing up. I know a lot of you did as well. I would never sue my father. But, of course, when money gets involved, people do some crazy shits, right? That's just how that is sometimes. They do some crazy shits. So, that being the case, they sued their father, right? They got his ass out. Now, would I ever sue my dad? No. I don't have no money. Neither does he. What am I going to sue him for? Like hamburger helper? Because that's what he probably has. My dad probably has a little bit of hamburger helper. Now, although I love hamburger helper, and I would put that shit all over me and let, PDH eat it off of me. Maybe Art the Clown. Not Billy, though. Sorry. Probably Chai T. Billy, no. Sorry, you're not invited, Billy. We're not doing this. Okay, never again. But that being said, I still ain't going to sue him, right? Yeah, Mike Green, 100%. So that's my point, Mike Green. So my theory, which could possibly be not true or true. Hey, man, they're suing everybody's ass. I think Josh swiped the difference because he was trying to get an operation to make him look less like a toe. And Eamon probably knows, and he's probably trying to skirt the line to not get his friend arrested or sued or whatever have you. That's what's going on. Does he have the the ancient lore? The ancient lore. He's bringing the ancient lore in. What's up, Hatebreed? Oh, Hatebreed. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Here you go. All right, there you go, buddy. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Hamburger Helper Party. Hell yeah, brother. We call it Bovine Squire. PDH makes Hamburger Helper like from scratch. Like she seasons it and does it all, makes it similar to Hamburger Helper with like noodles we have in the pantry. We just have like bags and bags of random fucking, pasta. And she does that. And we call it Bovine Squire. Hamburger Helper, Bovine Squire. It's delicious. That's what we call it. The Bovine Squire. Yes, yeah. But at any rate, yes, if we hit Fight Milk tonight, I know it's rare. I know it's very rare. But if we hit Fight Milk tonight, PDH will come up here and slam some whiskey and some eggs. Some eggs. What's up, B-Dub? Get them tangerine. All right, here we go. The Fart Burger Squire. Yes, sir. So here we go, boys. So I didn't cover this yesterday as much as I should have because, I had a guest and he was kind of like the subject matter because he had an interesting story. So Eamon McNeff sued his own father, but why? Why? I don't know. You tell me. It says court records show that Eamon and Matt McNeff, the owners of BAM Franchising at the center of the Mansell reckless Ben Leo scandal, sued their own father to take control over the family business, Legally Mine LLP. They accused him on several accounts, including fraud and civil conspiracy, 2 charges that have leveled at the Gormans and Manzells. So this is very, very important, right? This is very, very important. It means, now look, we talked to Gabe about this yesterday, and the same thing with Crystal. There's this constant thing that the McNeffs do, Eamon, the brothers, and they accuse everyone of drugs, stealing, other things, breaking contracts, right? They accuse everybody of this and then they force them out, right? And we know of 2 times. Well, that's Crystal and that's Gabe, the last relic, right? Those are 2 store owners we know that happened to. Now, as far as Crystal's story goes, some people are like, well, I don't know. But it's very, very apparent she's not doing heroin. I mean, come on, and it's very, very apparent that something went down there, especially with the U-Haul. People are lying about the U-Haul. They're lying about having the itemized list and all that. So that being the case, right, we know that likely some of this stuff's not true that the McNeffs are alleging, right? They did the same thing with Last Relic with Gabe. We talked to Gabe. They said the same thing about Gabe, and Gabe's not doing heroin. What the fuck? Gabe's not stealing shit. What the fuck? So that being the case, right? It seems to me that this has probably happened several more times to other store owners. And this, in my opinion, would be a tactic they would use to go out and hostile take over all these stores. So if they see a store that's doing really, really well, like Gabe's store, keep in mind, Gabe's store was like the number 1 store. There's all these stores doing really, really well, and they want a piece of the pie. They don't want the 6% royalties. They want 100. So what do? Hey, he's on heroin. Hey, he's stealing. Let's go in. Hey, you broke the contract, even though we said that you didn't have to pay royalties for this month. And we said we would cover the rent. But you broke contract anyway. You don't have record of us saying this. Therefore, we're going to push you out. And we're going to take all of your inventory. And we're kind enough to not make you pay anything for it. Because they claim they're going to make Gabe pay $70,000 in fees, right? So this seems to be the tactic, and it seems like the first time they used this, or at least one of the first times we know of, was against their own father, possibly. Ashley! Thank you, Ashley, for the $10 super chat. Everybody give Ashley a kiss on the lips. Thank you. Appreciate you. Both of them. All 4. No, thank you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Ashley for being the GOAT. Ow. All right. No, chat, come back. Ashley, that's messed up, Bill. D ain't lying. What's up, Butterworth? How you doing, buddy? So, anyways, let's continue. So it says right here, after an arbitrator divested the father as the manager of the company, the brothers allegedly began pillaging Legally Mine to finance their acquisition of bricks and minifigs. According to their father in a letter to the arbitrator, it didn't take long for Eamon and Matt to begin pounding Legally Mine for funds to pay for BAM franchising. So they cannibalized their father's company in order to pay for their new venture, which was bricks and minifigs. The father says if Eamon and Matt have mismanaged BAM, if Eamon and Matt have not mismanaged BAM, it should have had sufficient funds to pay, as Legally Mine has paid their employees and my sons stopped paying rent as of February 2020. David Ortiz, one of the original owners who is carrying the contract, is telling me that he's being contacted daily by franchisees from BAM to complain about the fact that no one is doing anything for them. Yeah, we talked about this in the last stream. Insane, right? We just talked about this. Last Relic was reaching out to Eamon and to Matt, and they were like, "Hey, can we get some financial support from marketing? Some corporate support from marketing? Anything at all? I have an investor. They don't want the investor to come on board. They wouldn't give them any support." And you know what this slightly reminds me of? When I was at GameStop, we would have district or region calls for like big releases, like say Call of Duty's Black Ops 2 or Halo 4 or Halo 3 even. We'd have all these huge releases, right? That had 1,000 reserves at our store. Our tiny little goofy meth stores that are in like Meth, Alabama, have 1,000 people showing up to these stores. And we'd be like, "Hey, can we get $100 budget to pay for some pizzas?" Right? Because the company would suggest that we get like a food truck, right? They would suggest we get a food truck and an arcade truck and a bunch of food for everybody, right? And organize a tournament. But they would give us $0 to do so. So what they were implying was we just pay for it because we're just good little worker bees, right? That's what they kind of did. And they would give you they would tell you, you should get a food truck. And we're like, how the fuck are we going to pay for a food truck? And they're like, just cross promote. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that, brother. The profit margins of those food trucks aren't high enough for them to give away $1,000 in food for some word of mouth that might bring in a couple people. Especially, this was kind of before like the huge boom in social media, right? This is like 2011. So at any rate, same thing. They wouldn't offer any support, but I mean, at least they would answer their phone. From what Gabe said, Matt and Eamon, they wouldn't even answer their phone, right? The father went on to say, "I know you're trying to mend a family here, but this is not working. Matt and Eamon bought a bricks and minifigs store of their own that has never come close to being profitable. This whole takeover has been about getting access to legally minded accounts so they can use the funds to provide for their own failures, particularly with BAM," which is not surprising, by the way. It's not surprising. And I'll say, if you look, they've posted a net loss of 50 grand in 2023 and 200 grand in 2025. I think I read. This is bricks and minifigs, right? So it would make sense. Again, not saying this is true, but it would make sense that when they found a store that had a different owner, a franchisee, they found a store that was highly profitable, that they would just go in and take that bitch over, get all the inventory, and try to knock some of this money down, right? So they're not posting these huge net losses. What's up, Joe Foz? Ashley. What is that, a queen? What the hell is that? Ice Queen? Right? So that's my theory. What could possibly be something that's occurring. 15 likes from 100, by the way. All right. So right here, this says, who is this? Oh, well, I don't know. It says, "Thank you for taking on this difficult case. Its difficulty is in the family ties being broken, but in the end, it seems to me that the general purpose of this tribunal should have been the protection of Legally Mine, which is their father's company." Oh, 17 months. I'm stupid. I'm not smart. "You mentioned in your ruling that there were no winners. However, there was one big loser, and the loser, in fact, is Legally Mine. I would remind you that as you started the case, you committed yourself to following Legally Mine's amended and restated operating agreement as your guide to make your ruling. There were other issues that needed to be sorted out, and I think you did a fair job. You found that our capital accounts were within 3% of ownership interest. You also found the capital accounts had nothing to do with ownership percentage. It says you did not mention anything in your ruling that showed I did anything at all to irreparably harm Legally Mine. The final numbers you came up with acknowledge I did not take unfairly for my sons. With this in mind, I'm wondering why I would be removed as the managing member of the company. If there is no harm done to Legally Mine and there is a dispute over management of the company, it would seem to me that it should, as stated in the operating agreement, that the decisions belong to the majority of ownership. You clearly stated that this majority is owned by me. Not anymore." So if you're reading this right here, basically the sons forced their father out of the company, Legally Mine, and then used the funds that was coming into Legally Mine, the profit, to fund Bricks and Minifigs, right? Again, Bricks and Minifigs is posting an operating loss every single year, with last year being $250,000 operating loss. Now, this isn't like Walmart, right? This isn't Target or even GameStop, right? $250,000 loss for a small business is huge. It is huge. So having some buffer, let's say funds from Legally Mine, would make that a little bit easier to swallow. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. At any rate, hey, Billy with an orange boy says it's funny how so many people talked about how bad it was to work at GameStop and they never got this petty or high ego where there's bricks and many dicks, they get super salty and just going to destroy their dying company. Well, I mean, there was instances. I leaked a conference call back in the day that I snuck onto. If you guys remember, I leaked this conference call where the president and all these other people were telling their employees they weren't going to get paid if they got sick from COVID, and they were going to make them all stay open because they sold batteries. You know, this was a different time. You know, people didn't really know what the hell was going on with COVID. This is like March of 2020. And yeah, they were being really shady. And I leaked that call, and GameStop closed within 2 days across the country. It was crazy. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. Ben K says, didn't they threaten employees not to leak to him, though? They still did shady shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So that's the man, I don't know why I'm coughing. What the hell's going on? What's going on, brother? Oh my God. Anyways, let me look at this. So that's basically the lawsuit against the Daddy McNeff, right? So if the McNeff brothers are open to suing their father, why wouldn't we just assume they're open to destroying everybody, right? If you're gonna sue your own family, shit. Hell yeah, you're gonna sue other people you don't know. Hell yeah, brother. Throw them in the gulag, right? Throw them right in the gulag with a bunch of naked billies. You know what I'm saying? Terrifying shit, dude. All right, boys. Thank you guys so much. Look at you. Already a 10th of the way to Naked Snake, 20th of the way to Fight Milk, and we'll make PDH come up here and throw up Fight Milk. Thank you guys. So that being said, something else very, very spicy that happened is brick by brick. Oh, the city council in American Fork, Utah, got an earful from locals about their mistreatment and utter disregard for Ben's civil rights and liberties. I don't know if you've kind of noticed a pattern here, right? But there's a weird pattern here, and I want you guys to tell me if you've seen this, where local governments try to supersede the Constitution and like the federal government all the time. Like you have these weird activist judges that are just making decisions that completely remove people's freedom of speech. And they do it. And then there has to be like an appeal or something else later on. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now, obviously, if you've committed some fucked up crime against the individual that's seeking this kind of restitution, if you will, I don't know if that's the right word, then that would make more sense. But a person making a YouTube video, you remove their entire freedom of speech because they made a YouTube video? No, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But a lot of these activist judges will do this all over the country. They'll be like, oh, Tennessee law. And Tennessee's not a good example, but I'm just, yeah. Tennessee hereby says you can't talk shit about this random guy that lives here. And it's like, I live in California. Why the hell would that matter? And also, that's First Amendment. What are you doing? This happens all the time. And it seems to be like we're getting a little bit of that UK on us, right? I don't know if you've been following the UK situation, but the UK is on damn fire. I have always wanted to go to the UK, travel to the UK. And in the last 5 years, that has went to, I'd never want to go there. I have no interest ever in going there. Like, nope, fuck that. I ain't getting stabbed in the ass cheeks. Fuck that, brother. I just go to Afghanistan. Same thing. Fuck that. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, it seems like a little bit of their weird, complete lack of freedom of speech is leaking over into the U.S. and local governments. It's very, very weird to me. I don't really understand it, right? But although they cite it all the time, like people in the UK always cite their freedom of speech, and I'm like, you don't have that. Why you keep saying freedom? You don't have that. Stop saying that. That's mine. That's not yours. You know how many relatives of mine died for that? Not yours. Get back to your biscuits. All right. My hometown did all sorts of shit. Entire communities, it's crazy. Small towns always been corrupt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In disguise, North Island's about to explode. I think Ireland. Let me cough. Let me cough really good. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe I just need a good old fashioned cough. Northern Ireland. Look, I gotta say, I think out of all the countries over there, I think Ireland might throw down. Because you got a bunch of redheaded crazy some bitches over there. I don't know if you've ever had a redheaded friend growing up, like a ginger guy as a friend. They have like tempers that go through the roof, and I've never understood the correlation. But I've knew like 2 or 3 dudes that had red hair growing up, and they were like clown ginger, and they had a switch where they turned into a pit bull and just wanted to kill people. So there's a lot of them bitches in Ireland. I'm just saying, brother. Demise says using all this lawfare going after 200K will end up not being worth it. That's what I'm saying. But apparently I am regarded. Okay. Regarded. Someone send me an ambulance because I'm regarded. It was hard to hear live, but I hear enough that everyone was respectful, well spoken on behalf of Ben. Keep it up. Says the American Fork Utah City Council meeting tonight is live. Citizens are commenting on the police's response to the Grand Theft Legos. You know what I don't know about you guys. Here's my opinion on this. There is something about local government leaders that is so despicable. Like I know there's politicians we see on TV every day, right? You see the Trumps, you see the Crockett's, you see all the like ones that are divisive. You see all the ones that are abrasive or aggressive or, antagonistic. And that's the ones we all know of. But local governments will do the most heinous shit possible, right? For example, there'll be like a 12-year-old girl or a 13-year-old girl like assaulted, like sexually assaulted in a bathroom, right? Or a locker room by a biological male that is claiming to be like a trans woman now. And they'll be assaulted in a bathroom. And parents will show up and start being like, what the fuck are you doing in this school district or whatever? And the board are all like 70-year-old obese men and 70-year-old like scraggly women. And they're all smirking at these people that actually have a very, very, very reasonable concern. And these people are just like, man, yes, can't wait to get back home to their mansions. And then they start cutting people's mics off. That's corrupt as shit. I don't know how there has not been an instance where something like that has happened. And you have 3 of these like obese elderly men sitting there that's in control. And these 50 fathers don't rush the bench and start pulling fucking heads. How has that not happened yet? I don't know. And I'm not saying it should, nor am I encouraging that. I'm just saying, how the hell has it not? You know what I'm saying? If I had a daughter and she was assaulted by somebody and the school board that is responsible for these things is smirking at me, you best believe there's going to be a right and a left hook at some old ass face. And I'm going to prison, baby. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all in a couple years. I'm just saying. How's it not happened? It's crazy. Because men are weak, counterspell. You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying, brother. All 4 for lips. Hell yeah, brother. I'm glad you got it. Thank you. All right. But at any rate, yeah, you got all the bald dudes. Look at the balds. He's got a little bit of hair. But they don't give 2 shits. People always go, and I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they always go and talk to these local either school boards or city councils. They don't give 2 shits, brother. They don't give 2 shits. The first thing the toll roads does when toll roads are added or like instituted in your state on your highways or interstates, what is the first thing they do? They make sure in the revenue stream that comes from the toll roads, they include their salaries, their vacations, and their homes, right? So basically all their money and their vacationing comes from toll roads when it's supposed to be to upkeep the highway or upkeep things to that nature. And then you notice the roads are destroyed in all these states that have toll roads. Roads are destroyed. Why? It's because all the revenue is going to these 18 people that's on this board with their bald heads, right? That's why they always vote unanimously for a pay increase of 50% every year, right? Got to pay the toll load with. Hell yeah, brother. What's your favorite color? Blue. I mean, yellow. Oh, all right. Anyways, I avoid toll roads. I don't. technically you can go around them, right? There's a different way, but it's 45 minutes longer. You know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's just the 12th thing that we are taxed on. A 12th or 13th thing we're taxed on, right? We fought a war over one tax, and here we are 250 years later, and we pay like 12 or 13 different taxes, so much so that 60, 70% of our income's gone every year. And we just clap like sills and say, please give me more. Please give me more. Focus on this social issue about black and white people instead. Just pay your taxes and smile. And then when you die and your family can't pay the taxes because they've risen so much, then we'll take your home and auction it off and you can go kill yourself because you're already dead. Yes, sir. Yeah. Anyways. Where am I? All right, let's move on, boys. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. We're about to get to the update in the lawsuit, too. Maverick Cuba! Gotta pay the toll if you want to take that hole. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. May I have another? Yes, sir. Yeah, you best believe. Yeah, what is it? They're a temporary tax is added like every couple of years in some different way, and then it just stays for 200 years. Damn. Right? Damn. Isn't that wild? What was it, like 1868? There was a temporary income tax, and then another couple years later, and then in 1913 it was made permanent. Yeah, permanent, brother. Enjoy. Yeah, pay it. What happens if you don't? You just go to prison. Enjoy. And they take everything from you. Rest in peace. No one cares. No one cares about you. All right. Next things next. But my roads and my schools. Yeah, I remember being 12 years old, ultra death. Trust me, I remember. It's so funny when I'm on social media. I don't comment on social media stuff anymore that often, but I'll be scrolling. I scroll, brother. And I'll see something about taxes and somebody like, this is some bullshit, right? And there's always that person that's like, my roads and schools, though. And I'm like, oh, look, it's me when I was 12 years old, right? And I had no idea how any of this worked. And I look at the profile picture and it's a 65-year-old man. And I'm like, damn, how do you get to this age and be mindlessly retarded? How do you get to 65 and you're a retarded person? It's crazy. Where did all that life experience go? You just blanked it all out? Like, what? I closed my eyes this whole time. Jesus, brother. Oh, my God. Twist Metal 2 and live stream Ludwig. Oh, God, it's been years. E-Buck says, no wonder Bricks and Minifigs are scamming their franchisees. They are broke. BAM liabilities exceed assets by over $600,000. They also posted back-to-back losses in 2024 and 2025. Hot diggity damn, brother. Hot diggity damn. Brutal. Look at the total assets. Boop, 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 boop. Just liquidating. Look at the liabilities, right? So this is their assets. This is their liabilities. $620,000 here. $500,000 here. I'm bad at math, right? $1.1 million. How much are they suing Reckless Ben for? 1.3. 1.3. Maverick Cuba says German Shepherd has a prosthetic limb and silver teeth from a battle wound fought in the Iraq War. Brad Pitt plays a special forces vet. Oh God, if they're gonna kill the dog and I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry anymore, Maverick Cuba. I've cried. I'm cried out, brother. I'm cried out, brother. Don't do this to me anymore. We're a tenth of the way. Wait, no, there's no top dog. What am I doing? God, I need to update stuff. I'm a bad friend. It's Billy. I think. It's Billy. Did I see Shani in the chat just now? I think I did. All right, Billy. Top dog at 30 or 25. 25. All right, thank you guys. We're closing in. If we hit Fight Milk, PDH, I will force her to come on stream and do Fight Milk. She did agree to this, so it's not going to be up in the air. KNQ says, what's wild is there's documented proof BAM had an LLC called Afraid of Lawsuits LLC. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me, right? Did you just, yes, I did. 100%. But at any rate, Their posted losses in parentheses here. I'm on the wrong page. Where the hell did it go? There it is. So I remember the most anxiety-inducing thing about reading my P&L back in the day was the parentheses. I would just like try to skip them in my brain and like block them out every time I saw the parentheses. I'm like, no. I mean, there's non-negotiables, right? So in every P&L, there's non-negotiables, right? There's like your rent and things to that nature, power, rent, all that stuff, water, whatever. But then there's other things that you can calm down on. There's like payroll and stuff like that. But they posted a net income loss in 2025 of 66 grand and 2024 of $215,000. So they don't have any, follow it down, they don't have any money. So it's not surprising as to why they're doing these hostile takeovers of stores. They're claiming people are breaking contracts. They're claiming people are on drugs. They're claiming people are stealing with no proof of any of these things being the case. They claim, they did steal, but they don't have any evidence. They just claim they did, right? And then, of course, the people that they're claiming is stolen, including Gabe, said that never happened, obviously, right? But we do understand that they claimed that there was no U-Haul at Crystal's location. Guess what? There totally was. Who was taking these extra Legos because they were just throwing stuff on a U-Haul. Same thing with the location that Gabe was in charge of in Florida. Exact same thing. They showed up with a U-Haul and just started throwing shit in it. It's crazy. Shanny. With an orange boy. Thank you, Shanny. I appreciate you coming in strong with an orange boy. All right. Nope, that's the wrong math. It's a specifically a Mormon U-Haul. They make them. I seen it. No. Bam's getting dogpiled. Well, actually, something very important, my friend. Something very, very important about this whole situation that I'm getting to right now. So at any rate, the bottom line is they're posting operating losses, which is awful, right? Now look, it's a completely different situation, but when I was at GameStop, I never posted a loss. I had a $800,000 profit year one time. At my shitty little store in meth-ass Alabama, I had an $800,000 operating profit. I had a $1.7 million operating profit at my store in close to Huntsville, where I am now. Obviously, because this place is way bigger, right? And I was one store, and somehow GameStop was still in the hole. Now, I guess they weren't. They had an operating profit of 400 to 800 million per year, but still, it's fine. It's fun. All right. Yeah, I saw that too. Must have had sold a lot. Yes, our number one seller was Call of Duty 4, the Meth Edition. Yes, sir. Yes, sure. All right. Charcuterie flutery. What the hell kind of name you got, brother? What do you want on the charcuterie board? I don't know. What do you want on the charcuterie board? All right, anyways. All right, boys. Shout out to Jeff in the chat. Jeff on the road. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you. Shout out to Shanny, Billy, Ashley, all the peeps. Love you guys. You guys are goated as hell. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog. Got it. All right. Let me, I'm going to do something here. Ain't no way. Holy ass. So it's a Thursday, so I'm going to sip on some claws for the boys. So I encourage you, if you're an old man like me of age, sip you something. Let's have some fun in that. Let's chill a little. By the way, we had a get-together Sunday, and we had some claws. And someone left a lime claw, which are the best ones by a mile. Very shocked. Let's get to the lawsuit update, because this is very interesting stuff, brother. Very interesting. What is your preferred drink, Jeff? Jeff on the road. We've drank together, but I just don't remember. I feel like it was liquor. I feel like there's like the beer, or seltzer preference, and then there's like the liquor preference. I'm a whiskey guy, but also I'm a claw guy. Both Eamon and David Gibb are tied to Afraid of Lawsuits LLC through Legally Mine. That's so strange. Aren't claws for women? Yes. Water on the... All right. Stop. Enough of your shit. You're killing my ass. You're killing me. Oh, shout out to Shadow, by the way, on Kick. 20 gifted gifted subs like yesterday or something. It was insane. Insane, brother. What the hell did I do to deserve your love? All of your rum. Dude, I don't know if it's ingrained in my soul, but rum makes me feel like I'm on a pirate ship. It like actually tastes like pirate juice. You know? It tastes like I just gave our boy Jack Sparrow a sloppy toppy. All right, okay. All right, I'm just kidding. I'm done fucking around. Dead Reckoning says, ever since the full release of the body cams and by admitting wrongdoing, then by CoffeeZilla discovering the paper trail evidence of wrongdoing after Bam did a 180 on the set on settling, Bam is screwed. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Dead Reckoning. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jess said we had a bunch of beers at Talladega, or at least me and your dad did. And your cousin. Yeah. PDH did sleep on the concrete. You are right. She was a tired boy. She's always really tired when we race. She's always sleeping in the hauler or something. Oh, anyways, thank you, Jeff. All right. Thank you, Mr. Dead Reckoning. Love you, dude. Mr. Dead Reckoning. All right, boys, let's move into it. It says bricks and minifigs, everybody. This story is an addictive drug. And it just gets worse. As of today, the McNeffs are now suing Bryan Mansell, the guy they stole the Legos from, Reckless Ben, and associates. The guy who exposed them stealing the Legos from Bryan, and what appears to be every single YouTuber and content creator online who comments on the scandal. This is how the lawsuit reads. So technically, going forward with this would mean I am not allowed to talk about this. Somehow a random ass court over in the West can determine that I, an Alabama man, can't talk about this company publicly in the United States of damn America, titties and beer. Brother, there is an amendment. There's a constitutional amendment about this shit. And I believe it's one of the first ones. You know what I'm saying? What? Who the hell thought that? What judge out there that I guarantee you is bald and gray thought that they could just be like, oh, yeah, it sounds right. That sounds totally fine. Right? You have to be served first. Well, yeah, that's true. But by the way, what was it last week or earlier this week? The judge approved anybody being served by email. Like they don't have to show up and serve you. They can just serve you by email. So basically the theory is, and I could have this completely out of the whack because your boy ain't a lawyer. Your boy is a redneck man. They could just serve anybody they wanted, any YouTuber on the planet, including CoffeeZilla, and be like, you're no longer allowed to talk about this. How are you going to pay for all these lawsuits? I don't think YouTubers are scared of BAM, so they're still talking about it. Also, I beat Halo CE without shooting. Well, it sounds like you a bitch. Obviously not on Legendary, right? I mean, you can melee shit, sure. On easy, you can melee everybody in the face. Be easy as pie. On Legendary, no. No, those elites going to slap your cheeks right off your face, brother. Right off your face. It's the same judge is in charge of the Charlie Kirk. Dude, this dude, we need to talk to this guy. Hold on. How the hell in the hell is this dude in charge of two of the most high profile things happening right now? Right? Natural Lime. I dedicate you this lime to Jeff because Jeff's a little sweet. What's up? It's a little gay. I'm sorry, Jeff. Love you. Great. Got it all over my face. I haven't even started drinking, brother. I only have 4, I think, so I can't get drunk or anything. It'll be fine. The lime is just good. It's the only one that's good. All the other ones suck. Oh my God, is that a red boy? Been a judge for a year. Potato Radio. Asperger's for life. Some of you guys have great names. Where were you when I was coming up with my YouTube name? Why did no one do? Well, now to be fair, it was my Halo 2 name, and I just used it for everything. My Halo 2 name is literally Camelot. So that's why my Halo 2, my YouTube, the same thing. But all you have great names. Asperger's for life, Potato Radio, Hemorrhoid, freaking charcuterie, flutery. What the hell? God, my dumb ass over Camelot. God, I'm so ashamed. Dick's Insider. All right. Oh, fuck. What's up, Nuclear Landlord 80, brother? Shanny with $100 super chat. Almost a quarter of the way to making PDH do fight milk tonight. Oh, so much love from so much Shanny. Thank you, Shanny. We love you. We appreciate you. And congratulations on being thin looking. You look thin as hell lately. I don't know. That's probably mean. I don't know if you're going through something. Do you not realize I'm stressed out? No, I'm just saying you look like you've been doing it good. I don't know. I have a black and white mind, right? When I see somebody losing weight, I'm like, oh, they're doing a great job. Because that's what I do. Thank you, Shanny. We love you. Here's a quack for you. Thank you. Shanny's goated. She says, Red Boy for the algorithm. This story's been blowing my mind for 48 hours. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Shanny. Dead Reckoning. When the Mormons want to give Bryan and Ben a lawyer, it means the Mormons want to slay the unholy company with the might of God. Yahweh. Thank you, Dead. Love you, Dead Reckoning. Potato Radio says they worked for a company that lost an Ohio Supreme Court case for impersonating lawyers, then sued their dad. He says to cover Bam's losses. Well, I mean, that's obvious. That's what their father said in the document we read. They were trying to cover their losses from trying to acquire Bam. I see Last Relic. What's up, brother? Last Relic. How you doing, brother? The big gay. Billy says, I also saw a YouTuber beat the game with the same challenge. We use speedrunner tactics to beat the game. I'd also just ignore the email. Yeah. Billy's like, I would ignore the serving email. And then you just get another email. You owe $2 million to Bam franchising or whatever. I'm like, oh, great. I guess I'll just jump off a cliff. Me and Last Relic together. Me and Gabe are going to hand in hand jump straight headfirst off the Grand Canyon. I'm out, boys. I'll see y'all next time. My happy ass is gone. It's like people always wonder why brokers, like really high level brokers, will just jump out of a building sometimes and die. It's because something went south. They're like, fucking I'm out. Whee! I'll see y'all next time. Oh, shit, boys. Fun with Echo Base. You can jump first. Oh, come on, Relic. Come on, be a man. Be a man. Face first. Catch your eyelid on a rock. All right, there we go. Seeing your own dad just feels insane. Yeah, brother, it's crazy. Like I said, I could only sue my dad for like Happy Meal money, maybe. So it looks like, okay, the McNeffs are suing. This is what it says in the document. Every single YouTuber online or content creator that talks about Bam. Everyone. This is unprecedented. This is insane. How would a judge not laugh this out like shitting him's pants? How would he not shit him's pants reading this? You know what I'm saying? But again, there's a lot of judges, local judges all across the U.S. that do stuff like this. They just like, Constitution, never heard of it. Precedent, never heard of it. It's fine. Give all your money to Bam. I like his mustache. His mustache is curly. Therefore, he deserves money. We went on mission trips when we were children. Give him some money. And I'm confused. Maybe the judge... Maybe. First Amendment, never heard of it. Relic says, waiting on a phone call any moment now. No! Gabe! Turn your phone off, brother. Don't do this, Gabe. Matt's going to call your ass with his bug-ass eyes. He's coming for you. I can see it. I can see his eyes. Gabe's going to wake up in bed and open his eyes. And you're just going to see Matt's big-ass eyes. I thought of you as a friend, brother. Even though I stole everything from you. Take your pants off. Gabe's like, no! Please, God. Please. If anybody doesn't know, by the way, Last Relic is Gabe. He's the former Bricks and Minifigs franchise owner out of Florida that got robbed from Matt and Eamon McNeff as well. So just to give you guys some context. They are being sued for, amongst other things, the following. Plaintiffs are entitled to reimbursement of amounts by which co-defendants were unjustly enriched. Is that to assume that every super chat and dollar and ad revenue that any YouTuber may make going forward would have to go to the McNeffs? Could you imagine that for a moment? Could you imagine that for a moment? Jesus. Yes, Ludwig. The lawsuit goes on to list every source of income imaginable, including all funds raised by GoFundMe, Gifts and Go. What a shakedown. I thought the McNeff clan were just stupid, but it appears now the guiding principle in their life is Alec Baldwin's finger. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, hell. Come on, baby. Zoom in. Enhance. I want Bam to sue the lawyer YouTubers. Could you imagine? Shani says the story is everything. A sick old man, $200,000, Lego stolen, a Mormon U-Haul, corrupt police, a naked man, a baby. It has everything. Murder. Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, brother. Murder. Hey, we're a pink boy from a rainbow night. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Shani's goated, by the way. 120. Hot damn, boys. All right. So this says, plaintiffs are entitled to reimbursement of amounts by which co-defendants were unjustly enriched. Based on a requested complete accounting from co-defendants of all profits, revenues, income, and other benefits derived from their defamatory campaign during the time frame of 11/24 to date, including YouTube and other video platform advertising revenue, Patreon and other subscription, merchandise sales revenue, GoFundMe and crowdfunding proceeds, sponsorship and endorsement value, just everything. Just everything. Don't worry about it. Everything. All of it. Jesus, you want some fries with that? God, you want some fries with that? Jesus. My boys are hungry. What's up, Chair Stacker? They're hungry. They're greedy. He holds all of his greed in his mustache. You know what I'm saying? Last Relic says that means not only are they suing for $1.3 million, but anyone who made money in any way they want that too. Everybody. That's what, you know what? Just divert all IRS filings and tax returns directly to Eamon. He deserves it. He deserves it. He needs mustache wax pronto. Extra strength hold. Extra strength. Yeah, crispy bacon, exactly. Unjust enrichment. Kind of like taking over a store and taking stock you don't own. Yeah. It's very similar to that. Very, very similar. I feel like somebody's screwing around. I feel like somebody's being a little nefarious. And no reach around. One unknown, no reach around. No lube either. Okay? Fissures. Nothing but fissures going forward. Yeah, Namor, I agree. But I mean, they got to be paying for this, their representation. Their legal representation has to be paid for. Unless we are to assume they also went on mission trips. It's all connected. They can kiss my redneck ass. I agree with that. Yeah, David, I agree, David Taylor. I'm right there with you. Did you cover the boys' lawsuit against their father? Yeah, we just did. We just covered that. They sued their own father. Their own father. They pushed him out. They removed him from Legally Mine and then used the revenue from Legally Mine to fund Bricks and Minifigs. It's all a scam. It's all a scheme. Bam's really trying to sue every creator talk about it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. They have no shame. No shame, Ralph. Father's Day. Oh, that damn your profile picture. Holy ass. God, Jesus. Jeremy, brother. What the hell? Oh, Oh my God, brother. It's crazy. Did you get the Ohio State bar lawsuit? I didn't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Refresh my memory if you don't mind. Yep, Bam's trying to sue every creator. Every creator. And this is where that says that, right? It's, where'd it go? It says the Minifigs are trying to sue what appears to be every YouTuber or content creator online commenting on this scandal. Like, maybe they should move to the UK. To be completely fair, I will say that they probably would do well in the UK with the difference in defamation and the fact that there's no freedom of speech. They'd probably do well over there. They just sue everybody. You know? Let's look. McNiff. Bro, I'm not spelling McNiff right. McNiff. Yeah. Okay. It says the Supreme Court of Ohio found that asset protection firm Legally Mine, LLC, and its CEO, Daniel McNiff, who is Eamon and Matt's father, engaged in an unauthorized practice of law in Ohio under a consent decree. The court fined McNiff and the company, ordered them to notify all Ohio clients, and required them to hand over client contact lists to the Ohio State Bar Association. The fines includes the resolution included fines. They had to pay McNiff and Legally Mine had to pay $5,000 fine plus $1,200 in court costs, notify their clients, and share all the records of the Ohio State Bar Association. Interesting. Damn. So they basically had a fake law firm. Is that what I'm reading here? These guys are wild, brother. These guys are like the company version of the Quartering. Like the Quartering's a content creator. I say that very lightly. Very loosely, right? This is like the company version of the Quartering. It's just everything they do is just wrong and fake and back assward. It's back assward, boys. I'm confused wholeheartedly. It's crazy to me, man. Yeah. It's crazy. They were just 100% taking people's money, man. Well, it sounds to me that they'll just rob anybody at any point for any reason. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. No shame, just money. No shame, just money. Give me your money. It's all I care about. Money. Yes. It's crazy to me, man. All right, let's pull up Lego Empire because he has a good video on this. What did the Quarry do? What didn't he do, sir? I have a shorter list of the stuff he didn't do. Be stoic. That's one of them. Spread the word to other creators. Do a joint lawsuit against Bam. Oh, I'm there's something coming. Yep. Oh my gosh, real O'Bird. Come on now. Let's be sensitive. Come on, brother. Let's go. All right. At any rate, make sure you guys do me a huge favor. Like the show. Spam the hell out of it. Let's move on. We're halfway to Nugget Snake, a quarter of the way to Fight Milk. And I'll get my girl up here on stream to do Fight Milk with me. Guzzle the milk, eggs, and whiskey. A double Fight Milk kind of night. Yes, sir. All right. A pink boy from Rainbow now, too. Oh, wow. So let's move on here. So next thing's next. We're going to pull up the beautiful, illustrious Lego. Where are you, brother? Where's my boy Lego? Where's my boy Lego at? There hims is. All right. This dude's been killing it lately. I've been watching his shit a lot. Get them titty. Oh, whoa. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Last one. Come on. So you're saying you would jump with me? I get what you're putting down, brother. Sebby Love with a raid on Kick. I love you, Sebby. Thank you. I love you. Sebby's funny when she's drunk, brother. She's like, "We gotta come on your show right now." I'm like, Sebby, stop. We're in public, Sebby. Stop. Yeah. Take your pants off. I'm like, all right, okay, come on now. All right, let's check this out. We're moving on to the east side. Let's take a swig of this claw, brother. Boom. It's time. Look at my boy. This little AI upscale made him look a little too stoic. He don't look that cool. I agree with that, Ludwig.
About Bricks and Minifigs and the entire McNeff family, which is really, really crazy. Honestly, these are some insane findings. So shout out to the BJC live show. Go watch her video on this. It's like 50 minutes long. She does like a full breakdown and goes into all these documents. And she does it way better than I could ever explain in this like 10-minute video or however long it's going to be. And I don't even fully understand this, I don't think. So
you know how hard it is for me being a redneck man trying to explain law stuff? God, I'm only slightly worse than Nick.
I'll summarize what I can and talk about what I can and why I think all these findings matter and what's kind of insane to me. But if you want to watch the full story, definitely go check out her video. I'll leave a link in the comments or in the description. Now, with that being said, let's get into this. So basically, what she goes over multiple different documents in this video, and it is insane. Overall, what you need to know probably is it shows that the McNeff family, they kind of have a history with some, shall I say, suspicious and shady business practices, including potential financial
This picture, brother.
Conduct and complex shell structures to shuffle money or evade liability, which kind of parallels what we've been seeing with the whole Bricks and Minifigs controversy. We've seen blame shifting, we've seen different liability things like trying to take liability off of Bricks and Minifigs for everything that happened with Bryan Mansell. I mean, the waters are so muddied by like the franchise agreements and all this legal headache that's going on. Like, oh, it's Crystal's fault because consignment wasn't allowed, and just all this insane stuff. All these new findings like directly align with kind of the practices we're seeing nowadays involving this whole controversy. And to me, it just lends credibility to the fact that the McNeffs are no strangers to this kind of practice and what they've been doing. And it just really shows they have a history with acting this way and treating people this way.
100%. They use targeted lawfare. They use targeted lawsuits to threaten everybody around them, right? But there is an option, guys. The option is just to walk away. Just walk away. We'll do you a solid and steal everything from you and give you nothing if you just walk away, and we won't sue you, right? And then they'll claim that you broke contract. They'll claim that you stole. They'll claim that for some reason you're doing heroin. Don't know why it's always heroin. I feel like they're stuck in the 80s or 90s or some shit. Does people still do heroin? I thought we moved on to Fent. You know what I'm saying? What's the channel? What's this from? This is from Lego Empire. Like Fent. Didn't we move on to Fent? The zombie drug? Which is fun to watch the live streams of everybody like this. I don't know why. It's sad, but it's funny. Lego must not care about the brand. We're willing to go to hell. Well, I mean, me and Gabe talked about that a little bit yesterday. I mean, does Lego really need to comment on this? Right? I don't know if it helps anything. Now, it wouldn't hurt if they said we think Lego is meant for fun. And that's where we stand on this issue. Right? That's it. You know? Kind of a way to denounce it without actually outright being like, fuck these motherfuckers. Something, right? Just something. Give me something, please, Jesus. But at any rate, shout out to Shani for her super chat. I love you. Appreciate you. Super chat's not been insane. Thank you so much. We might hit Naked Snake in record time. All right. I will ask for some bees, though. Boop, there's my bee. I need some bees. We're going to put the chat up. Give me some bees. I need some bees. Give me the bees. I need the bees. If you're lurking, give me some bees, brother. Lego need to step up, Joe. Again, I don't think it would hurt. You know? Perhaps Lego could just come out and say that they don't believe in stealing from old people. Yeah. Now, here's the issue, though. Here's the issue. There is still a lot of partners and vendors that work with Bricks and Minifigs, right? You know, I don't know. Do you want to piss off people that may not agree, that may have, you know, that their ear might belong to the McNeffs They can feel his mustache tickling their ear. They're all liars. All they do is steal. They're all on heroin. I've never seen a list. I've never even seen a U-Haul in my life, actually. Red trucks? I didn't even know there was a color called red. Do you feel my mustache on your ear? Does it tickle you? How does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. They don't want to abuse the relationship. They don't want to abuse the vendor relationship, right? Saying nothing sometimes is better. Somebody's making legal sense. Drugs. Heroin. Hey, HR, Eamon put his mustache in my ear and my nose, and it tickled, and it wasn't, I didn't enjoy it. Fired. You've been fired, sir. It's like, wait, hold on. Why am I being fired? His mustache was inside me. It's like it had spaghetti sauce and shit on it. He was eating spaghetti right before we had the conversation where his mustache touched me. You know what I'm saying? That could be bad, but they're going to fire you. That's not how HR works. If you guys think HR is there to protect your ass, you're wrong. HR is there to protect the company's ideas, the company's ass, the company's ideals, and their revenue. You're the first to go. The mustache has free reign. It has free reign on you, brother. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You got the mustache on you, right? It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. The mustache doesn't feel pity, nor remorse, or fear. And it will never stop until you're all sued. You're all sued by the mustache. KLP says a South Park episode about Bam would be awesome. It would be. Unfortunately, they would have a B subplot or an A subplot or a plot. They'd have a B and an A plot, and one of them would be about Trump for some reason. And I'm like, just make it about Lego. Please. I don't care. I'm so tired of politics. I get it. All right. I get it, man. I get it. Just make me laugh again. That's all I want in life. Is to laugh a little. Where am I? All right, MM, calm down. You're freaking me out down there in chat. There we go.
And look, all of this is my opinion and just what I can gather from these findings from this video. So this isn't like, 100% confirmed. All of this is alleged and just my opinion. So take that into account. But yeah, the big headline is Ammon and his brother Matt sued their dad, Daniel McNeff, involving, I don't even want to get into why they sued him and all of that. It's a huge mess. If you want to look at that, you can, again, go watch that full video, like I was saying, because it's a lot to get into. And to be honest, I don't know if it's all super relevant to the Bricks and Minifigs controversy, apart from the fact that, again, it shows the McNeff's character and how they conduct legal matters and business and stuff like that. And it's just really, really interesting to see how they've been doing things in the past, and especially when compared to what they're doing now. So with that being said, the company owned by Daniel McNeff, again, Eamon and Matt's dad, called Legally Mine, which I know some of you have heard of. I've seen comments. Basically, I think it's a company helping people legally, helping them maintain assets, stuff like that. But basically, this company, Legally Mine, entered into a purchase agreement to buy several $1 million worth of stock in Bricks and Minifigs Franchising Incorporated. So what I gathered from this is that Legally Mine probably owned the majority of stock in Bricks and Minifigs. So in a way, I think what I can kind of gather from this is Daniel McNeff, I don't know if he still does, but at least at one point, he probably pretty much owned Bricks and Minifigs. And it sounds like Eamon and Matt have just been doing most things with the help of their dad's funds, getting into this whole Bricks and Minifigs ownership, all the franchising.
Man, I wish my dad had money. Why does everyone's dad have money but mine? Why did I get so unlucky? I have friends who are like fucking 35, 40, 30. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm in between moves, so my dad's been giving me money every week. And I'm like, what? I had a buddy that took off a year off work to travel. And he's like my age. He took a year off work to travel the world. And I'm like, how the hell are you doing that? And he's like, oh, yeah, it's my dad's, paying for all of it. And I'm just like, I want you dead. I want you dead. Why don't you die? Just die. This is unfair. My dad has 2 pennies. 2. It's been 10 years since he had 3. God. I want that. I want that in life. I want to be able to take a year off and be like, Father, pay for my round trip around the globe. I want to be cultured. Yes. I would like to go to Scotland and be cultured by the women there and the alcohol. No responsibilities. You can pay my mortgage while I am gone. I will gladly take your money, Father. I will take everything and give back nothing. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. It's not fair. It's a lie, and it's fiendish. Okay? Father, give me money. That's all I'm asking for, Father. Or somebody else's father, actually. Since my father is not as fortunate in the entrepreneurial ways, one of you in chat, do you have a rich father? Does he want to pay for a redneck man to travel the world? I would like that opportunity to live as a rich kid for 2 seconds. Oh, I'm tired of being stressed. Daddy McNeff, come be. I'll take you. If Eamon and Matt does not want their father's love, I will gladly take it. Daddy McNeff, I will be your honorary child and travel the world with your money. Just don't sue me. You know? Plot twist, I sue his ass. The full McNeff treatment. Oh no, my new son. No. Listen here, Eric. You fucking with me. Hey, Jeff, on the road. My man with $100 super chat. Jeff is now my honorary father for the day. Thank you. Hey, by the way, my dad is also named Jeff. What's up? Shocking. Shocking turn of events. Jeff on the road says, just here to be my friend, Shani. Just here to be by my friend, Shani. Plus, Cody's cool. Well, at least there's a little bit of love coming in my direction. Daddy Jeff. Thank you so much, Jeff on the roads. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my dog. He's got that dog in him. I feel it. That's too damn bad, really. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you, brother. All right, Mr. Jeff on the road. We're going to take a swig in honor of Jeff of the Claw. Yes, they're for women. But we all got a little bit of women in us. Hey. The FRMX. Boomers got all the money. Kumalot's dad is an early Gen X or last of the Boomers. Yeah, I think he's like mid Gen X. My dad's not that old. My dad's like 50 something. So he's not that old. I don't really know. But my neither of my grandparents had money either. My grandmother, the day before she died, she was working a 12-hour shift at a gas station. My grandmother she worked at gas stations for like 20 years. I don't know why. But yeah, she the day before she died, she was doing a 12-hour shift at a gas station. My grandmother on the other side, she didn't work her whole life. She just had ex-husbands sending her money because she was married, I think, 13 times. Could be wrong. I got none of that money, by the way. None of it. It's gone. Thank you, Jeff. Billy says, I feel like he is evil for suing his dad. He also never left high school with his ego and he's a cuck. He's a cuck. Whoa. Hold on. How? What happened? What did he do? What has he done? Thank you, brother. Shout out to Jeff and Shani, the Red Boys tonight. So Coombs' granny was the last of the Boomers based on his early breeding family. So his family being poor passes the fact check. Oh. Damn you, grandmother. Damn you, grandmother. Why couldn't you have given me something? Helena says, I met a guy in product development department for White Claw and suggested he make one flavor called What Monster. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, everybody give some B's for my brother and Lord, Mr. Jeff on the road. Give some B's in the chat for the boy. Appreciate you guys. Oh. Okay, brother. You're getting a little too saucy, brother. Entropy. Come on, brother. Come on. All right, let's continue with the video. You're killing me. You're killing me.
Everything like that. And this point is validated even more later because during the whole lawsuit where Eamon and Matt were suing their dad for, again, some stuff I don't want to get into, but Daniel, in one of these documents, basically stated that his reasoning for not maintaining required stock payments to Bricks and Minifigs, I think that was part of the controversy. So basically, after he made that purchase agreement, he decided to stop making these stock payments to Bricks and Minifigs. And part of the reasoning that he stated for that was he said that Eamon and Matt owned a Bricks and Minifigs location once, and it was never profitable. So essentially, Daniel McNeff was saying that Eamon and Matt are just inexperienced or ineffective business owners, so he didn't trust that his money from these stock payments was going to a good place, a place that would be profitable or manage his money well. So
I would say that Eamon and Matt are experts in suing everybody. It seems like that's where Eamon and Matt get all their money from, is they just sue every damn body, right? I mean, they're suing Reckless Ben and Bryan Mansell and apparently every YouTuber that comments on this, by the way. So Gabe's getting served. I'm sorry, Gabe. I love you. This sucks. Sucks, man. We'll play some Halo or something. Make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going on, is they're suing everybody. Not only that, but they're suing Reckless Ben for $1.3 million. They're just, that's what they're an expert in. They're professional lawsuit guys. Professional suers. You know? No pun intended. Sue. Yes. Yes. Well, they're Mormon, the Furmucks. They're Mormon. I don't know what that means. You know?
He got out of that entire agreement and stopped making purchases. And to me, that definitely aligns with the story before this, because if the story is that Eamon and Matt have basically been doing all this Bricks and Minifigs stuff using their dad's funds, and then their dad also says that they're not experienced with business and they didn't turn a profit when they owned a store once, it just kind of makes sense that, yeah, they're probably operating mostly off of their dad's money. But these...
Oh, I hate that. I hate that because, and I hate it because I'm a little jelly. Let everybody pretend it's 2011. I'm a little jelly right now because I want endless money from father, and I'm jealous that I didn't get that. Right? I want to be like egotistical and shitty. Do you know who I am? My father will sue you. We will see our day in court, sir. You cannot say my PP is small. Okay. My father will sue you for defamation and win. What did you say? 3 inches, you say? Sued. I declare lawsuit. Right now. In front of God and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, Chris, here's the thing. They could just sue everybody, and a lot of people aren't going to have either the know-how or the revenue or the money or the finances to, you know, throw it back at their asses, right? Not everybody has like a YouTube following or a social media following where there can be like, hey, I'm getting sued. GoFundMe time. You know what I'm saying? Most people are just normal ass people. Most people that are experiencing these hostile takeovers that are being forced out are normal ass people that can't just be like, I'm getting fucked. Give me money. Right? That's that regular thing. You know, that's the regular thing. That's how this usually works, right? And then these corporations, you know, will draw it out in court for years. So you have to retain legal representation on like a retainer and keep paying for it. So their whole idea, and they'll even threaten you with this. They'll say this shit. They'll be like, we'll just bury you in finances. You'll just go so far into debt that you can't even see anymore. All you see is pain and suffering. And mustaches. That's all you see. You know? Imagine discovering that lawsuit. Ooh. Pull it out. Whip it out. The discovery. Whip it out. Get the tape measure in front of God and everybody. I want the jury to watch. Okay. Get the tape measure. If this some bitch is 1 millimeter over 3 inches, okay, then yeah, I want $2 million. Right. And I require a fluffer. Okay. Obviously, because like this is the real deal. And I'm nervous in front of all these people. Right. I need a fluffer. Okay. Stenographer lady, come here. You know, order it in the court. The judges can just order anything apparently nowadays. All right. Anyways.
Smoking gun in this is definitely the fact that the Legally Mine, company, Daniel McNeff changed the name of it from Legally Mine LLC to LM Old Co. LLC. So like Legally Mine Old Company LLC. And this was done the exact same day that Reckless Ben posted his first part in the Bricks and Minifigs series. And what this does is it lends more credibility to the claim that Daniel McNeff probably at one point, or still does, kind of own or is associated with the entire Bricks and Minifigs franchising company, because why else would he try to distance himself from this controversy by changing the name of Legally Mine to, again, like LM Old Co. LLC? To me, that is him trying to distance himself from Bricks and Minifigs as much as possible in this controversy. And he might have even known that some suspicious things were going on before this whole controversy came out, because he changed the name of his company the same day that Reckless Ben dropped his part.
My happy ass would do the same shit. I would be like, no, I have nothing to do with my mustachioed son. He's crazy. He's crazy. You know? I'd be like, look, here's the deal. My son, he started growing the mustache, and I was like, yeah, I can't approve of this. I cannot give you my blessing, son, on your villain ass mustache. Okay. I'm just saying. And also, unrelated, how do you have the audacity? How do you have the gall to rock that mustache in front of God and everybody on all these streams and videos? Me, yes. Like, are you kidding? You're kidding. You kidding? Gosh. It's insane. It's insane. How could you do this to me? You look like Dick Dastardly. Where's Muttley at? Is Matt Muttley? I don't know if anybody will get the reference, but he looks like Dick Dastardly. You know? Just putting it out there. You know? Anyways. For every lie he tells, he loses more eyebrow. All right.
One. And it wasn't too long after either. Like the same day. That's not even enough time to gauge whether there's going to be like a huge movement behind this, whether people are going to care, whether it's actually going to affect the reputation of Bricks and Minifigs. So in my opinion, Daniel McNeff definitely knew his sons were maybe up to something, or something involving Bricks and Minifigs was kind of suspicious, and I think he knew that something was going to happen from all of this, so he wanted to distance himself as much as possible, and that is exactly what he did, literally the same day Reckless Ben posted his video. And again, this video, it's like over 50 minutes long. It's insane. I don't even think I'm smart enough to grasp everything she's going over in this breakdown. But yeah, I just went over some of the big points that I gathered from this and what I could see. And to be honest, like I said at the beginning, what this kind of shows, why should you care about this in terms of the Bricks and Minifigs situation? Who cares that their dad owned a company that might have kind of owned Bricks and Minifigs at one point? Who really cares, right? Well, to be honest, to me, it just really sheds a light on the character of Eamon and Matt McNeff, because it seems like the practices they did in the past, I believe all this controversy with their dad was either 2019 or 2021. I don't remember, but a few years ago. So it seems like they have a history of doing business this way, and seeing how they're conducting the entire Bricks and Minifigs controversy now, and then seeing how they handled all this controversy with their dad back then, to me, really sheds a light on their character and just how they conduct themselves legally.
Bad people. The whole point is they're just not good people, man. From my perspective here, they just don't seem like good people. They seem nefarious. They seem like they're nefarious. Everything they do is nefarious. Everything that happens is nefarious. It's crazy to me. Also, shout out. I like how he plays Lego Star Wars stuff. They're just like running around being goofy as fuck. Are we retiring the villain mustache the same way we did the German guy mustache? Yes. Yes. Did you see that picture of that dude at the soccer game that looked just like Hitler? That was wild. He looked just like some bitch. Any photo of a man without the pronounced soul patch is doing villains everywhere. A disturbance. Yes. Jace. Exactly. What's up, Renee Galars? How you doing, man? Never trust a dude with a mustache. Yes. Yes. I had one years ago because I had a beard. I grew a giant beard and then I shaved it. But I was like, it would be funny to keep the mustache. So I had a mustache for like a week or two. And it was like out to here and I could twirl it up. You know? But it kept getting in everything. You know, I didn't like that. You know? And that's what I was talking about earlier with Eamon. Like, he's going to tell you a secret and his mustache is going to be inside you. And I don't want that shit in my life. And neither should you. Make sure you do me a favor and like the stream. Hit the like button. Go hard on it. Give it a little touch. Kiss it softly yet passionately in the face. What evil would they be capable? I wouldn't doubt it. They do anything. I missed the stash. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, that is the issue with the stash. You ain't lying, Jimmy. You right there, brother. You right there. All right, boys. Let's move on. We're gonna go to the next one. This is a classic. Okay,
storage used, owned.
This was yesterday, and we just got to show it again because it's so beautiful. This was the moment that Eamon was caught lying out of his mustached face. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is classic, brother. It's classic. I love it. Oh, where are we? 190 from Naked Snake. 180 actually, or something. 190. And almost halfway to making PDH do Fight Milk with me tonight. Ooh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. All right.
By BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com. What are you looking at?
CoffeeZilla just dropped his investigation into Bricks and Minifigs. One of the biggest investigative YouTube channels just put out a huge investigation, around 50 plus minutes, about the entire Bricks and Minifigs situation. And he found out some very good information. And so I'll be going over what stood out and what this all means. So I definitely recommend watching it if you somehow haven't already after this video. But basically, to summarize, CoffeeZilla tracked all the different money, all different portions of the collections with all of the available evidence, and received, I believe, new evidence from both sides, being Crystal Gorman.
Yeah, by the way, this video was insane. If you haven't seen it.
Gorman, as well as Eamon McNeff. So what was found is around $20,000 of Bryan Mansell's collection is completely unaccounted for from both sides. Crystal doesn't have it. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't claim to have it. No one knows where it is, basically. It's kind of just gone, is what is happening. It's unaccounted for. So that is a much smaller number than the $200,000 that has been floating around. That's obviously 10% of the $200,000 number. And there's some really weird discrepancies with numbers involving both sides of the story, to be honest. After watching this, I walk away from this thinking that Crystal Gorman might be a little bit more guilty of some wrongdoing and some mistakes and some maybe carelessness from this whole situation. But at the same time...
By the way, Lord Alchemist says, do they know who put the Legos on layaway? Well, we're back to the thumb. We're back on the subject matter of our man, the thumb. So the thumb, if you don't know who the thumb is Josh Johnson, the guy on the body cam footage that's bald. So the bald guy, Josh Johnson, okay, he said, he was asked how many sets were on layaway. He said two or three. He told the police in the police report that the vast majority of everything there was on layaway. It leads credence to the idea that my man Josh is showing up and throwing shit in a U-Haul and turning off, right? Because that happened in Gabe's situation and in Crystal's situation, right? And it's a long time apart from when these things happened, right? He shows up in a U-Haul and just starts throwing shit in there. What's happening here? Is he skimming it off the top a little? Like when you get a fresh beer off the tap and they get the roller off and they slap the foam right off? I think he's keeping some of the foam. That's my idea. The bad egg. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. He's a thumb. It's a pattern.
Bricks and Minifigs is definitely not in the clear yet. And I gotta say, Bricks and Minifigs, their whole strategy here, take out the aggressive legal things that they're doing, the threats, the censorship, everything like that. They're still being very suspicious with how much information they are giving out to the public, what they're telling people in their statements and interviews and everything like that. I mean, I'm just trying to remember, when you look at the first Reckless Ben video where Eamon McNeff was first confronted at the corporate headquarters, he is very defensive, saying he doesn't know who Bryan Mansell is, saying that they don't have his Lego, that he's never heard of the guy, and that's not true, and all of that. And instead of outright asking, where's the evidence? What exactly are you talking about? How much you saying we actually owe? What actually happened? He seems very defensive from the get-go in Reckless Ben's video. So my pattern recognition I'm seeing here is it starts out with Bricks Minifigs denying almost everything, and then slowly, as more information comes out, more evidence comes out, more people start whistleblowing, then Bricks Minifigs slowly starts to admit more, take a little bit more accountability, change the story, add more facts, add more to the story, and it just seems really suspicious what's going on here. To me, at least from an outsider perspective, just looking on this as not a professional, just someone looking at the whole story, it looks to me like basically, Bricks and Minifigs, the CEO, everyone involved with Bricks and Minifigs that is on their side in this, has basically argued from the beginning that there's no wrongdoing from Bricks and Minifigs, that this didn't happen, that there's no Lego at the store, and then slowly it started changing as more evidence came out,
And what is the go-to response, everyone, in the chat? What is the go-to response when they're caught? When Eamon or Matt or anybody's caught, right? We heard this from Gabe. We heard this from everybody. Their response is, we didn't know. Oh, we had no idea. We've never heard this before, right? It's like, oh, well, we're going to handle your rent for you. This is what they told Gabe. Nope, didn't know. You broke contract. We didn't know, right? How about this? We didn't know. Hey, I still owe $500 on my lease for a place I don't even own anymore because you're supposed to handle the lease, right? That. I didn't know. I had no idea. Money, please. Money, please. Yeah. If people are defending Bricks Minifigs, they're definitely on the spectrum. That's for damn sure. Grand Canyon time. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that in front of PS2 Chopper. He gets pissed, brother. When you look at the contract, no. Yes. Billy is autistic too. Billy is very... He's like, I don't buy Legos. Bitch, you play Minecraft all day, every day. All day, every day. Like Light Star Ultra or whatever that show was. I play Minecraft all day, every day.
Went from nothing is in the store to, oh, there's maybe $5,000 of Lego left in the store. And then at first, Josh and Brandon, the previous store owners of the Salem, Oregon store, were defended by Bricks and Minifigs and everyone involved, the CEO, the COO, probably. And then they parted ways with them after the public backlash. So slowly this started.
But don't forget, still owns the Eugene, Oregon store, right? Relic? Gabe? Johnson still owns, the Thumb still owns the Eugene store, right? So technically they haven't parted ways. I could be wrong. It's either Brandon Best or maybe both. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Starts evolving in a way where, to me, it feels like Bricks and Minifigs knows the full and complete story, but they're only revealing what they absolutely have to remain somewhat credible or to try to keep the story up, the premise up that they are not in the wrong. And it's definitely not working, in my opinion. If you look at the interviews, especially this pattern continues in the CoffeeZilla video when he interviews the CEO and COO, just the way they speak. Look, I don't know for sure if they're lying, all right? This is just an assumption, but it really feels like they are lying here.
Hey, they tried it. They were basically met with like, unreasonable requests, things like that. So
look how frustrated Eamon is here. By the way, this is the CEO, Eamon, mustachioed man, tickling your ears. He gets so angry when they're making unreasonable requests. In the same way that Matt, his brother, also got super angry on ACOB last week. Okay. He got really angry and was freaking out. They don't like this.
Oh, verification? Documentation? Is that unreasonable, do you think?
Well, I think they would say they provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So, I mean, that's kind of the
right. A spread, like I understand, a spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
Yeah.
Just the way they're speaking, it's like they're coming.
Not the U-Haul again. He absolutely did not have a U-Haul on the 14th. Yes, he did. Here's a photo. Okay, so we lied about that, but trust us about this news story, right? Oh, actually, the U-Haul was a totally funny story. Okay, totally different, totally fine. Don't worry about it. You know, it's totally fine. Gabe, don't humor Billy in the chat. Don't humor Billy. He'll start rattling off on you. He'll just keep going. No Scopes, the CEO is creepy soulless eyes. You ain't lying, brother. You are not lying. Make sure you guys do me a favor and like the show halfway, or well, more than halfway to Naked Snake. Oh my God. Will we make PDH drink the milk tonight? I don't know. We'll see.
Up with stuff on the spot, or they're rehearsing a lie that they came up with. That's honestly what it sounds like sometimes when you're watching these interviews. And, you know, I don't know that for sure, but it just, the way they're talking, it just seems really, really suspicious to me. And at one point, Eamon McNeff is caught in a lie.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah?
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricks and minifigs.com.
Watch Eamon get frustrated again right here. Watch. He's gonna get frustrated right here.
What are you looking at?
It says owner Salem.
He's so exacerbated.
.or at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6th, 2024. When I look at it, this is the Mansell.
So here is the itemized list. The itemized list that Eamon claims they never got. Just like they never had a U-Haul, right? Just like he doesn't hide all of his greed in his mustache. You know what I'm saying?
List, I believe.
So this would have been created under so we have the
oh God, he's like, oh shit, brother, I done goofed. I have goofed. So he's gonna try to word his way out of this. He's like, well, you see, technically, I don't know where I am right now. Technically, I have no idea who I am or who you are, sir.
So this would have been created under we have the
y'all definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea.
Oh!
So if this is the first that anybody has shown me that a spreadsheet was created using
this is the first time anyone's shown me this. How is this possible? It's like your wife. It's like your wife saying she wanted a divorce. And you're like, I had no idea we were married. And she's like, here's the pictures from our wedding, sir. You're like, I have never seen this before. I had no idea that this existed. Lord Alchemist says, Josh premeditated theft with the security shop reviewing what was in the store after hearing 200K. Oh, you, sir, are on the money right there. The security shop did go in and did cover all of this consignment deal. And look at all this. So maybe he was like, hey, Josh, There's a big old money bag over there at the Salem store. We should bring up the U-Haul that we got in Daddy's backyard. We go pull it up the front door, and you say she's on heroin and stuff, like normal, you know what I'm saying? And then she's got to leave because heroin's bad, okay? And then we'll go up there with Daddy's U-Haul, and we'll stow all that stuff in there, and we'll go give it to Jimmy because he'll pay top dollar for the Lego, all right? It's the perfect plan. It's what we do all the time, Josh. And then Josh is like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go get Daddy's U-Haul. And let's go take them Legos right now. My Lego. Not your Lego. My Lego. Okay? You thought they were your Lego. They're my Lego now. All Lego belongs to us. Okay? I'm just saying, brother. Just saying. Seems like the most likely course of action. Everybody likes a little free Lego.
Bricks and Minifigs, Salem, like, and all of this stuff was argued.
He's like, oh, well, we don't know everything. We don't look into everything. We're not careful with everything. Basically, what he's saying is, you know, they don't do their due diligence and they don't know documents that are tied to their own company's emails, which I don't know. That just, again, seems very, very odd to me. But another piece of the story, like I was telling earlier, it seems like Crystal may have some wrongdoing as well in this story, because she does admit that there was probably some error on her part.
If I messed up on my record keeping, I will take accountability for that. Mm-hmm. It's possible. If my staff didn't draw attention that consignments had left out, so I'd move them to the thing. Any of that, I will take accountability to that. I am more than willing.
At least she's able to do that. Eamon won't even shave his mustache. You know what I'm saying? Kyle says Crystal record keeping was so bad. Corporate knew she could never prove anything. Well, that's the whole premise that they do everything on, Kyle, is they look for a single chink in the armor and they fucking go full in bore with the giant spear. That's what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? It was the exact same thing with Gabe. They were like, you're stealing. He's like, I'm not stealing. And they're like, shit. All right. Well, you're a bad person. You're on heroin. I'm not on heroin. That's fine. Right? I don't think they ever said that, but you get what I'm saying. And they're like, oh, you didn't pay rent, brother. And it's like, you told me you would. And he's like, I don't remember that. You're fired. You're out of here, bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's how they run everything. They look for the small chink and they take full advantage of it. They get rich ass. They get rid of your ass. They don't give two shits. Right? But her record keeping wasn't good. She is a woman, sir. Have some heart. Have some heart. Okay? It's hard, Shani. It's hard. Right? You know, record keeping's not easy, especially if you are a small woman. It's
willing to do that. I need Bam to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Bryan and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with
So on one hand, you have one side of this being Crystal Gorman and her husband and everyone involved in that side of things saying that, yes, they could have made some mistakes, but they were open and honest about it, and they're doing everything they can to make things better for Bryan Mansell. And on the other side of things, you have Eamon McNeff and his brother and the rest of Bricks and Minifigs corporate basically getting really defensive, outright lying in some instances, getting mad, getting heated, and just the way, like, even when they admit there could be some possible wrongdoing or admit that, you know, something they just stated like a minute ago is actually proven false by evidence CoffeeZilla brings to light, the way they do it, it just looks so scummy to me. And overall, if you had to ask me, just simply based off the demeanor of each party involved in the situation, which party likely had more wrongdoing, it would be the one that gets more defensive, more mad, more angry, caught in lies, and outright less professional, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So Crystal's like, hey, look, okay, if I did a goof, you know, which it looks like I might goofed a little here, I am owning my goof, and I will fix this goof, right? Eamon just puts another twist in his mustache, and he files another lawsuit. He has like 9 twists now. His fucking mask, it's all the way up here now, right? And there's an extra twist per lie. I feel it. I see it. see it every day. Maverick Cuba says the German Shepherd's wife leaves him and he has an alcohol problem, or maybe that Brad Pitt, or maybe I made that part up. I'm drunk. What the hell are you talking about right now? This Lego story reminds me of Brad Pitt and the German Shepherd story. Yes. Exactly. Shout out to Maverick Cuba, brother. Pushing us ever closer to that naked snake for the 630 stream in a row. A pink boy from a rainbow night. Hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you.
When you watch Crystal being interviewed, she knows the facts. She knows what's going on. She doesn't stutter. And then you watch Eamon McNeff getting interviewed, and there's constant stuttering. He has to constantly think about what's going on, how to word things. And, I get that. It's not that simple. You have to be careful. You have to be careful getting everything right legally and all of that. I understand that. But when you look at them side to side, to me, it's clear one person is trying to maybe construct a story, and the other person is simply saying what is true and actually has some of the facts. So with that being said, to be honest, if you'd ask me where I think the remaining $20,000 went, I think Josh and or Brandon best, one or the other. I believe Brandon was the one at the store the night of the whole transition when they kicked Crystal out. In my opinion, there may be something suspicious going on there because in the CoffeeZilla video, it is mentioned that a previous employee said that Brandon came to the sister Bricks and Minifig store, which Brandon also owned, with a U-Haul full of Lego Star Wars sets. And Eamon McNeff addresses this by saying that is false, or maybe he misconstructed that, or maybe it was Matt that said that. I don't remember at this point. But one or the other, the CEO basically said that was from something completely different. But with that being said, this investigation just goes to show that this situation is very messy, maybe even messier than we already knew it was. And to be honest, just going off of my basic instincts and thoughts,
I feel like everyone's starting to zero in on Josh, at the very least, Brandon Best, who has been somehow not really attached to this much lately. There's no way he never saw that document, Master Retard. I agree. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in absolute hell this dude didn't see this document itemizing every single Lego set, every single minifig, all around. Okay. How in the absolute balls are you going to tell me you didn't see the main order of business, which is indeed the itemized list of the stolen Lego? You know what I'm saying? The stolen Lego. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I don't get it, but that's life. That's the life we live right now, right? So, whatever, man. Whatever. I don't know, dude. All right. At any rate, let's pull this up. So we have Crystal's husband lining out everything, by the way. Yeah, well. And that goes to my previous point yesterday where they just don't understand social media, right? Especially right now, dude. Like, I don't know about you, but in the last 6 months, this stuff has ramped up so hard, and not specifically the Lego drama or Bricks and Minifigs drama, but just everything in general. You can't really goof. You know what I'm saying? You can't really goof because the internet's going to come. They're going to come. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's like back in the day when people on /B would say, not your personal army. Not your personal army. If you know, you know. I was a teenager once. Yeah, it's like that now, but they are the personal army, but not /B, just everybody else. Can they assume the consignment contracts without Bryan's consent? Crystal sold her store and Bryan's Lego. Bryan should be notified in inventory and a new contract made at the time. Yeah, it's all very, very, very sticky. It's all very, very sticky. PR nightmare. That's for damn sure. Well, I think they don't take these people serious. There's a very big issue right now, and maybe it's not as big of an issue as it was a few months ago, but actors, studios, publishers, celebrities in general, the government, they underestimate content creators now. They don't realize that somebody like CoffeeZilla can throw down a video and get way more views than primetime news, baby. And it's the people that matter. It's not a 74-year-old person sitting there watching CNN or Fox News or something. It is people that are passionate about these kind of things, and they're in the age where they want to act on these passions, you know? Whereas, you know, the worst thing a guy that's 70 watching Fox News is he's just going to be like, oh, damn it. These brown people, I'm tired of them. That's the farthest it goes, you know? Where they go stabbing again. Right? Like, that's as far as it goes with that guy. But when, you know, a YouTuber puts out a video that goes insane, you got people, you know, Gabe's age, my age, they're like, fuck these people. Let's talk about it. Right? And that's the whole issue here. That's why they're getting their cheeks clapped. Raw. You know what I'm saying? Josh hiring an appraiser to put the boxes on layaway just allows him to make sure it's not sold before it's stolen. 193 until Naked Snake and Super Chat. Shout out to all the boys. Love you. I appreciate you. It's also Kicks. It's also Rumble Rants. Love you. Hell yeah. We're well on our way. Shout out to Shani and Jeff on the roads for 2 $100 Super Chats. Insane in the membrane. Thank you guys so much for supporting your boy on a Thursday. A random Thursday. Yes, I'm here. Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to this. So this is Crystal's husband. Crystal was where the story all started, at her store in Salem, Oregon. Bryan Mansell went and put a bunch of sets and minifigs on consignment there. Some shady shit happened. She was forced out of her store. Bryan was never really paid for the majority of this stuff. The stuff kind of got lost in the translation, and now everybody's trying to point at each other on who is responsible for this situation. Let's see what he has to say. Camp Crystal Lake.
Expensive. That makes all the difference. Not only does that show your support of us, but it's the best chance to hold their feet to the fire and bring everything out in discovery. Both what they have and what they ought to have, but might not. Like a complete inventory of everything in the store they took. You'd think they'd want to create that complete inventory before selling the store to another party, right? And you probably wouldn't trust that other party to create it themselves, right? So they must have it, right? Thanks to your GoFundMe donations, we're going to find out together. I want to add this detail that didn't get into Coffee's video because I think it's important to understand. The night BAM took our store, we were promised an inventory by BAM, not by Brandon, by corporate, not a franchisee. Now, the BAM representative told us that Brandon would be doing the inventory, but we've all since learned Brandon and Josh had been told in advance that they would be able to buy the store. We know this because Josh told it to the police, who accidentally leaked their body cam footage. So BAM entrusted one of the people they'd offered the store to tell them what it was worth.
Oh, it almost seems like they may have skimmed a little off the top, baby. That's what it seems like. I don't know for sure. Kind of seems like somebody might have taken something off the top a little. Okay? You know when you go in the barber shop and you're like a little off the top? Looks like they may have took a lot of off the top of. Any of these Bricks and Minifigs locations have basements? Pizzagate 2. Get on it. These boys ain't right. Maverick Cuba. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you, Maverick Cuba. Oops. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my boy. He's very attractive. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're thinking about you, brother. Thank you, dude. They all skimming, brother. They all skimming. That might actually, Monkey, be an accurate thing. Maybe everybody's complicit. Maybe everybody's got a little bit of change in their coin purse they're not telling us about. You know what I mean? I think you may be right. I think I may be crazy. But you just may be the lunatic you're looking for. Yeah, well, I tried.
We've never received that itemized inventory. The franchise agreement gives us the opportunity to challenge that inventory by demanding a third-party evaluator of everything in the store. Of course we wouldn't have accepted their inventory if Brandon was claiming the Mansell sets weren't there. And then they would have had to provide a third-party inventory, which would have either revealed everything inside the store or would have immediately conflicted with the photo evidence. So everything about the missing sets could have come to light at the time if BAM had simply followed their own franchise agreement. And they cannot claim they didn't know they had an obligation to provide us a complete inventory because they promised us one on the phone that night, and it's in the agreement they wrote and signed. Again, we now know.
Rest in peace, brother. Yeah, it's going to get sticky. It's going to get really, really sticky. But is the corruption strong enough? Is the corruption strong enough, right? That none of that will matter. It feels like it might be, right? I got to be honest. Like, it kind of feels like there's so much corruption that even with all this evidence, all this testimony, will it even matter? I mean, if you're allowed to silence everybody talking about this and a judge is okay with this, it kind of seems wrong, right? Kind of seems a little fucked. That's all I'm saying. Seems a little fucked. Almost as corporate as the damn government. Yeah, you'd think. What's up, Teacher Grant? How you doing, baby? Welcome to the show, everybody. I want to give everybody a shout out in the chat. Hey, all the peeps in the chat. We have been covering the hell out. Teacher Grant, Iridium, Demise, Michael Fedor, Crispy Bacon. Whoa, Mushi. How you doing, brother? Mr. Monkey, Blasco, still hanging out with your boy Lex, Christopher Weeb. How you doing, brother? Hope you guys are doing well as hell. Oh, Joe Sheenan's here. All my boys are here. If you're in the chat right now, this is a live stream. If you're in the chat right now, say, hey, say what's up. Give your boy some love. Hell yeah, it's about that time. Why? But why, though? Why? What if I said, how are you? Technically, I'm following the rules. I'm following the rules. How you doing? All right. What's up, big gay? Oh, my God. How dare you? How dare you? All right. At any rate, everybody say hi. Hope you guys are doing well. Throw some bees in the chat. We're covering all the stuff, big and small, bricks and minifigs. Lega, I just met you. How you doing? 180 from Naked Snake. Get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. Teacher Grant says, I had to admit that even though a reckless Ben meant well with his content creation to get back at Legos, he went out in the wrong way and it pretty much dug a ditch for him. Maybe in some way, shape, or form. But I think two things had to happen, right? So, A, he had to have like kind of a pretty corrupt police force or a corrupt government to allow these things to happen to him, right? Now, could things be done differently with lawyers and all this stuff? Yeah, totally. But still. You know what I'm saying? Still. All right. Anyways. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good ass night. Like the show. Let's pull up the next one. We're having a lot of fun today. I don't usually stream Thursdays, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream and hang out with my boys. We're going to see what's going on. Go and drink a few claws. Have some fun, man. It's all about having fun. It's all about chilling, hanging out with your boys. And that's what I like to do. So make sure you like the show. If you kind of relatively agree with that in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? All right. Anyways, let's continue talking about bricks and minifigs, talking about all the things. Make sure you guys do me a favor and subscribe to Gabe. Did you hit 1,000 subs yet, Gabe? The last relic in chat? I think he might have already. You know? Because he's getting on the ball. He's doing good. I've been loving it. Been loving watching it. Let me pull this up. Let's actually pull this up. Where'd it go? I wonder if he has that on here. Oh, that's the guy. Okay, well, I'm a dumbass. I didn't know that was the guy. I'm trying to pull up. I want to pull up this guy's video real quick. Mr. Gorman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's the YouTube. There it is. Okay. All right. We got it. We got it ready to go. Ready to go. Hell yeah. All right, boys. I can't wait to watch a Disney movie of this. Ben will be homosexual black man. Come on, man. Come on. We're past it. We're past it, brother. Come on, you got this. I believe in you, brother. We love you. I believe in you, dude. All right. Anyways, shout out to actual Justice Warrior. Appreciate you, dude, hanging out, chilling with you, boy. It's been a lot of fun. I went to his channel. I saw shitting on Adam Conover, and I'm like, based. That guy sucks, dude. He's always sucked. Something about him. Just a condescending way he carries himself. It's just, God, so punchable. Brother, my fist, it's shaking. I can't control it. It's biology. All right, anyways. All right, let's pull this up. And let's move on. Have some good times. Don't forget 180 from Naked Snake in the super chats. Kicks, rants. Love you. Entry Nomad on Rumble with a $5 Rumble rant says, what's happening? How you doing, buddy? Thanks, man. Appreciate you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, dude. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. It is up. It is ready. It is willing. It is able.
And well-met slayers of giants. So a few of you, just a few, like 300,000 of you in the first hour, 1.5 million of you in the first 6 hours have seen CoffeeZilla's video about the Brickgate saga, also known as the Salem Lego trials. I just want to say a few things about that. First, I want to thank Coffee for his hard work, his commitment to fairness, his hard work, and his hard work. Because,
by the way, for context, this is Crystal's husband from the original store. This all started in Salem, Oregon. Play, you bastard.
That was a lot of hard work. In addition to being thorough, he was very cool, professional, even let our kid Frankie, one of his biggest fans, join in on the interview, which I also appreciate. And I also want to thank all of you. We didn't see the video before Coffee put it up on his Patreon. Sign up for that to get his content a little in advance, by the way. So we didn't know what would be included. I was really worried that all the chaff, all the distractions, all the multiple conflicting explanations from BAM would cause people to go, this is all very confusing. I'm no longer sure who's to blame. But reading your comments on Coffee's video has made me feel so much better. Those of you who are deep into this story, you already know that BAM's narratives keep changing and contradicting one another. But I worried that someone who was new to the story, not knowing these latest statements directly contradict so many of their earlier ones, might be tricked by this distraction or that one. Seeing how many of you were immediately seeing through their deny, deflect, defame strategy made me feel so much better.
I think it's really, I think the vast majority of people, or generally speaking, are pretty intuitive on somebody's like character, right? And I've seen this before, right? So and this is kind of related, right? Speaking about the fact that Matt, and specifically Eamon, mostly, Matt a little too, you kind of get the vibe they're fucking around. Usually, especially Josh Jump, that's not even a conversation. But you get the vibe, right? And I've met people in my life where I met them, and within like 5 minutes, I was like, there's something about this motherfucker I don't care for. And they're nice and shit, but there's something. You're like, and your friends don't know, like you tell them, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know, fuck, something weird about him. Something freaking off. I don't like it. And then like within a year, everybody's like, yeah, fuck that. And I'm like, yeah, I told you. He was nefarious. Something about him is nefarious. I feel it in my bones. Just body language, speech. It's weird. Strange. Unnerving, even. You know?
And of course, the fact that so many of you have donated to the GoFundMe for our legal expenses so that we can keep fighting them to the bitter end as they try to drag this out and make it exorbitantly expensive, that makes all the difference. Not only does that show your support of us, but it's the best chance to hold their feet to the fire and bring everything out in discovery. Both what they have and what they ought to have, but might not. Like a complete inventory of everything in the store they took. You'd think they'd want to create that complete inventory before selling the store to another party, right? And you probably wouldn't trust that other party to create it themselves, right? So they must have it, right? Thanks to your GoFundMe donations, we're going to find out together. I want to add this detail that didn't get into Coffee's video because I think it's important to understand. The night BAM took our store, we were promised an inventory. By BAM, not by Brandon, by corporate, not a franchisee. Now, the BAM representative told us that Brandon would be doing the inventory, but we've all since learned Brandon and Josh had been told in advance that they would be able to buy the store. We know this because
it all comes back to Josh and Brennan every time. Birds of a feather, I think. You know? What is it? What is the phrase? Something minds think alike. I don't remember. You know, I'm a whole claw in. I've ruined myself. I haven't eaten today. Fictional Tome, where the hell you been, brother? How you doing, dude? Destiny says, I heard the judge in the BAM lawsuit is the same judge for Tyler Robinson. Does it make you think the judge will throw the Robinson case since he's overstepping with this case? I don't know. Maybe that's the intent. Man, I don't know. You know, but it seems pretty... The way this is going and outlining the fact that no YouTuber, not just Reckless Ben, not just the Mansells or anybody, no YouTuber can talk about this. No, that's not how the Constitution works. Come on.
Josh told it to the police who accidentally leaked their body cam footage.
Hey, Josh.
So BAM entrusted one of the people they'd offered the store to tell them what it was worth. We've never received that itemized inventory. The franchise agreement gives us the opportunity to challenge that inventory by demanding a third-party evaluator of everything in the store. Of course we wouldn't have accepted their inventory if Brandon was claiming the Mansell sets weren't there. And then they would have had to provide a third-party inventory, which would have either revealed everything inside the store or would have immediately conflicted with the photo evidence.
Uh-oh.
So everything about the missing sets could have come to light at the time if BAM had simply followed their own franchise agreement. And they cannot claim they didn't know they had an obligation to provide us a complete inventory because they promised us one on the phone that night. And it's in the agreement they wrote and signed.
So let's say this actually goes, it goes to court and everybody, the Amon's got to be fucked, right? Now, here's the issue though. That's probably why so everybody's been so vocal about the fact that local government or whatever's going on is corrupt as fuck because they're already trying to get ready for this to go south, even though there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that somebody, whether it's Amon, Matt, Josh, Brandon, or all of them, did something nefarious. It seems to point in that direction, right? So how do you prevent people being surprised when it goes south? Well, you just say the local government's corrupt, as it appears to be, right?
Again, we now know the guy they'd sent to the store was someone they'd already promised the store to. Do you think he had any incentive to produce an accurate inventory of what he would have to later pay for the store?
No! No. Let's see. Store's worth $70,000, has an inventory of $120,000. Guess who gets to keep $50,000? Does the big guy get 20%? Right? I think we're starting to narrow down the most likely scenario here. And I think most of you will agree. Now, we don't know for sure. But if you're able to determine the worth of a store based on your own inventory, then you could claim that inventory is a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter than it actually is. And now you have a difference. Now this difference, who gets to keep it? BAM, Josh, Brandon, I don't know. But how can you prevent somebody from fighting back? Well, you could claim that they owe you $70,000 in fees. And if they just walk away, you'll wipe it clean and ignore it like they did with Gabe in his store in Florida. It's all becoming clear. I can see clearly now all the fraud is gone. I think we're starting to iron out what's happening, boys. Actual Justice Warrior, brother, appreciate that $10 super chat, man. Says, Coffee's video managed to make me suspicious of the previous franchise's owner layaway and Brian's private sell. 100% matching missing Lego, but somehow that didn't help BAM. They came out worse. Well, I think it's because, in my opinion, this is how I read it, because I'm right there with you. I agree. But we can probably assume that there's some discrepancy here, right? Because we're human, right? There's some discrepancy here and there. I had this set in passing, it's worth 200 grand, blah, blah, blah. You know, we can assume these kind of things would be natural and happening, especially it's been 2 years, 3 years now, almost 2 years. So, but Crystal did come out and say on the video, hey, look, there's some discrepancies on my part and I'll own the hell out of it and I want to come to the bottom of it, right? Now, one can judge if they believe that or if that's meaningful or if it's not. But the Amons aren't doing that at all, right? They're not doing shit. They're just like liars. They're all lying, heroin and birds, you know? But then they get caught in lies. So it's like there's a little bit of blame on Crystal for sure. I mean, she came out and said it. But it seems like a lot of the blame, especially like the hostile takeover. And we heard from Gabe yesterday on my show, previous store owner in Florida, had the same experience with Josh and Brandon. Same exact experience. Same U-Haul. It's crazy. You know, so something's nefarious here. Thank you again, Actual Justice Warrior. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. My man. They're skimming to stay afloat. I wouldn't be surprised. Or they're making payments on their yacht. That's possible too. You know? In order for me to get a yacht, make sure you like the show. Appreciate that. Thank you. That'll never happen. I could get a clapped out 2004 Honda Civic. That's probably what I can afford right now, though.
Or to deflate the value of the assets to save himself money. I leave that to you and a court to decide. But we do know he showed up in a giant rented U-Haul truck. Regardless, the real inventory presented to us as promised on the night they improperly seized the store would have been an invaluable tool for coffee, wouldn't it? And they never gave that to us or to coffee. He had to work from our records, which are, by necessity, incomplete because we didn't have a chance to update them since BAM kicked us out of the store. So the discrepancies in the records are literally the result of BAM's actions.
Yeah, by the way, the only itemized list that exists is the one Crystal created. BAM didn't do their due diligence. Josh did. Eamon didn't. No one did. Eamon said he didn't even know it existed 2 days ago. Like, what the fuck? Insanity. Mushy says I'm getting so fat from all the popcorn content. Well, lucky you, popcorn is actually not that terrible in macros. It all works out in the end. Just make sure your snack food isn't like Doritos or pizza. Because that's when your ass gets 3 sizes too large. Ask me how I know. I just know. Okay. Been there. Without butter. That's for sure. Without butter. Yes, sir.
I think that's worth knowing. I expect a lot of you will have more detailed questions for us. And I think we've shown we're willing to be as transparent as we possibly can, right up to the limits of what our attorney says we can share. And I admit, I can't keep up on all of the comments to my videos. I am trying, but tomorrow we will be on the making. So toss them a few bucks to boost your question, and we will do our best to answer it. And, well...
Yeah, they were on there tonight. Oh, by the way, I saw Echo in the chat. I'm sorry, Echo and Nick. I'm a bad friend. I should have said, hey. I was thinking about it, but then I went off on a tangent. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
While we answer those, we're going to build some Lego sets ourselves. So... let's go on a trip to the Lego store.
So, we are going to, be building.
All right. So I think that's the end of that explanation there. Yeah, I mean, it's good to know. It's good to know. Hey, they're talking. They're giving information, right? We don't get any information from Eamon or Matt. They just claim everybody's on heroin. Maverick Cuba says you need hard alcohol on an empty stomach. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, Maverick. Appreciate you. Richard Tate with an orange boy. Talk hard, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, dude. Shout out, brother. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going well for you. Hell yeah, brother. 140 to next snake. Look at that. We're doing it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Fent is better. What is up with you and Fent, Gabe? What? Gabe always talking about Fent in the chat. I was like, yeah, we're on Fent now. I'm like, Gabe, I feel like you You're a sharp looking dude. I don't feel like you're unfit. You know? Thank you, Tate. Appreciate you, Mr. Richard Tate. We love you, buddy. Thank you, brother. All right, let's move on to the next portion. Been hanging out, man. It's been a treasure trove of content today. It's been crazy. Like so much stuff is just ripe for the picking. Ripe. Like me yesterday, but I finally took a shower. Finally. It's been 84 years, but I finally did it. Okay. So you guys, I think you'll be proud of me. Okay. I smell beautiful, presentable, ready, willing, able for domination. All right, boys. Let's give some people out in the chat some shouts here. Irakias, love you, buddy. James Janice, I saw you say something about that, and I saw something about that. I don't know, to be honest, though. It's like an $8 for a bag of Doritos. These things, bro. Yeah, no way. I haven't had Doritos in a hot minute either, man. I haven't had Doritos since I think Christmas. I do love the Flamin' Hot Doritos, bro. They are the shit. I just haven't had them since Christmas. You know, when I start my diet, I get rid of all junk food every year. So it doesn't make its way back into my diet until like October again because I forget it exists, you know. Although I did eat some McDoubles when we were putting my dog down a few weeks ago because we were feeding our dog Loki a bunch of McDoubles and shit. He loves McDoubles. We gave him all his favorite foods before he had to put him down, you know. So I ate a McDouble or two that week because we kept buying McDoubles. So there's Echo. Hope you're doing well, brother. We love you. All right, dude. Thank you guys for stopping by, Echo. Appreciate you. Clear Waterman says brick by brick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Thank you, boys. Hey, the first membership of the night is Owo Mushi. Thank you. I appreciate you. McBlubber. More like McDelicious. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I love McDonald's, brother. The McDoubles are just delicious. You know, when you want a hamburger, it's not a McDouble, right? But when you want a McDouble, you can only get it from one place. It's like a different thing. It's ethereal. It means something. You just, if you get it, you get it, right? Anyways. Oh my gosh. Shout out to OK Redneck on Kick, Mr. P Bacon, Captain Ichimaru. Appreciate you guys for hanging out in the Kick over on that side. Everybody on Rumble as well. Love you. Appreciate you guys. We got a Rumble rant here from Drex Unused Baldo. He says, Ireland is past throwing down. The IRA came out of retirement. The same IRA who fought the British independence in 20s history repeats itself. Damn, brother. Damn. Thank you for those, man. I appreciate that, dude. Hey, Sean's here. What's up, brother? Heading home from the concert. Shit was sick. Oh, yeah. You saw Buckethead, didn't you? Hell yeah, brother. Joe Player says, I've been in that store twice. It's down the road where I live. All their stuff is so expensive. Oh, my God. Dan Grogu says, I fed one of my dogs McDoubles before he passed too. It was too hard to get him to eat anything else. Yeah, dude. He loved it. He took it all out. He took it all in his face. He was a great dog. Actually, I know this isn't like part of the stream. What's up, wait, what is that? How do you say that name? Holly Selmore. How you doing? I want to show you guys this. This is not part of the story or the show, really. But there's this picture of my dog. So, like I said, we put the dog down a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. Load, you bastard. And found this picture. And it is my favorite picture of him by far. And since I love him, I'm showing it to you. I miss him. He was a great dog. He was the best dog, man. God, look at him. God, he's so fat looking. This is my favorite picture of all time of him. So enjoy this. Enjoy this picture. All right, here he is. Here he is. Love you, PS2 Trapper. Boop. All right. Give him some love. Give my boy some love in the chat. I know a few of you met him. A few of you met my dog. A few of the mods, you've met him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh my gosh. That's my favorite picture of all time, and it's not even close. Not even close. Hot diggity damn, brother. Look at him. God, he's such a chunk, brother. Straight up filled with cheeseburgers, man. Oh, yeah. Both, Monkey. He's a good dude. And in honor of him, I'm going to crack open another claw. For the boy. For the boy. Here we go. He looks like a good boy. He was the best. He was the absolute best. He's a good dude. Slash cheers for Loki. Get hell on it, dog on it. He's a good boy. Claws to the wall, boy. Yep. All right. Enough. I know you guys don't like it when we get off subject. I just want to talk about my boy for a minute. I love him. I miss him. All right. Anyways, let's move on, boys. Make sure you like the show. We're almost to 300. Hell yeah, boys. Get the hell on it, dog on it. I know we had about 500 people in here earlier. You guys are goated. Thank you for hanging out with your boy tonight. Let's keep going a little bit. Have some fun here. Hit that naked snake. If we get a last minute fight milk, PDH has to do it. I think she's in bed. That'll be hilarious, waking her up. You said you do it. Come get fight milk right now. It's time. It's time to get some fight milk, boys. God, I love this shit, brother. Oh, who agrees with this? You ready? Who agrees that this is the dinner for champions? This was me at 27, by the way. This was me at 27. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. For Loki. Yeah, dude. Don't disturb. Oh, I am. If we hit fight milk, no, I'm shaking her like a baby. I'm going to give her shaking baby syndrome and wake her up and make her drink milk and eggs with me. It will be a monumental day. All right. 150 from Naked Snake. Reasonable price point. Yes, sir. $3.99. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, I'd buy that all day. All day. Let's go, dude. Well, of course he did, James. Of course he did. I did fight milk with Derek and threw up. Oh. Well, it isn't for the light of heart. Assassin, what's up, brother? Hey, welcome back, dude. My boy Assassin has returned. How you doing, brother? Hey, shout out to PS2 Chopper with 50 gifted memberships. Oh! Look at all those glorious memberships for the boys. Thank you, man. Mr. Chopper coming in strong today. He's the man with a plan. Yeah. I don't even think you can do 50 on freaking Kick. I've had Shadow do 20, I think, was a big one. I was like, damn. Which store do you think rips off more, GameStop or Minifigs? Well, I mean, now look, I got to be honest. I haven't been in a GameStop in a long time. The last time I went in a GameStop, the guy behind the counter gave me a high five and said he loved me. And I was like, cool. Right. So I don't really know. But as far as I can tell, I don't know if Bricks and Minifigs are screwing customers as much as they're screwing their franchise owners. The damage they're doing to their franchise owners is irreparable. You have people that bought these Bricks and Minifigs stores a few months ago, and now they're getting harassed or they're getting way less operating profit, probably. Right? It's because people don't. They shouldn't, right? People shouldn't hate the franchise owners. They shouldn't be harassing anybody, for sure. They don't have anything to do with it. But people don't see it that way, right? If some dude, if some guy working the register at a 7-Eleven in California stabs a dude, people are going to blame the 7-Eleven in Georgia. That's how that works. It's just human nature, man. And Eamon and Matt very apparently don't give two shits about their franchisee owners. They don't care. They don't care. They're like, fuck it. And the making this worse and kicking the hornet's nest every single day, making it worse, only makes it worse for their owners. It's awful. You know? Thank you, PS2 Chopper. Love you. I like 'em low for the snake. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, dude. We're almost there. We're closing in. We're closing in. Closing on in, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. Blame everything on that. I'm Georgia. Yes, sir. Everything's their fault now. Everything. How dare they? How dare they? Eamon sued his own dad. He did. Yes, he did. Now, Gabe told me there was some weird personal things going on there. But also, it does seem to be the pattern of the McNeff brothers to just sue anybody Anybody who says different or fights against them in any way, shape, or form getting sued. Even as far as ignoring the First Amendment completely. And for some reason, judges being okay with that. Now, I do think there's an ego problem with local judges who think that their authority supersede the Constitution, the federal government, or the state government. All. And they need to be cast out. You know? Cast out. Preferably into the sun, maybe. I don't know. Dimbala. Oh, Art. Oh. Invoke Dimbala. Thank you. I like him low. Chai T says, do better than BAM. Franchise a Waffle House. Hell yeah, brother. I have not been in a Waffle House in a minute, but last time I went to a Waffle House, I asked the lady I asked if she had pancakes. And she said, sir, this is a Waffle House. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And I was like, do you have chicken fingers? And she's like, sir, this is a Waffle House. And I'm like, I guess I will take a waffle, ma'am. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you have other stuff on this menu, but seems like she wanted me to get a waffle, like really bad. And I was like, fuck it, all right, I'll get a waffle. It was like a rundown Waffle House on the, like, it was on a random exit, like in between cities. And it was the only thing on the exit. It was like forest and a Waffle House. So I went to the Waffle House. I was hungry. And request to be cooked in beef tallow. Well, that sounds great. Sir, we only serve the waffle. Jace. Yeah, oh, yeah. They sued their own father, Daddy McNeff, to help fund their BAM venture. That seems to be the case. You know? It's crazy. They also, Holly, did you know that going even further back, okay, Legally Mine was in trouble with the Ohio State Bar for apparently having clients that they were representing legally without actually being lawyers or something. It was wild. They've been doing a lot of nefarious stuff. Everybody has, the whole family, you know. Shit, dude, it's crazy. Which one are you choosing? Waffle House? I hop 1,000 times over. I don't know, dude. I'm from Alabama. I live in Alabama. We used to go to the Waffle House at 3 a.m. when I was like 16 or 15. We'd like ride our bikes down there or drive our little shitty Hondas down there. And we'd go down to the Waffle House and eat at 3 a.m. So I know about the Waffle House. Okay. But that being the case, I don't understand the allure. Like one of my favorite bands, they like were posting about how they wanted to go to a Waffle House when they get to America. Oh, we're so excited. I'm like, it sucks. It sucks. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like a Buc-ee's thing, I guess. I don't know. Weird. I had a 1995 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. 30 likes till 300, by the way, guys. I only have frozen waffle experience. I just buy them when they're frozen. I don't give two shits. I don't give two shits, brother. I buy them. I'm all about it. This is the portion of the stream where I hang out with the chat for a little bit. So, yeah, we're just chilling. I'm just talking to chat a little bit. So, having some fun with the boys. You guys are goated. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on a goofy-ass Thursday. It's been so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Like I said, normally I don't do Thursdays. I don't know if I'll do tomorrow, but I will definitely be doing Saturday. And that should be my week. And then Sunday, I'm going to finally get in my pool for the first time in the year. My pool's been open for a month and I haven't even touched it. So I need to go in my pool, chill. Mag Whoa guy, how you doing, buddy? So I got to take a day off and chill for a little bit with the boys. Crack open a claw or two, you know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying. You guys get it. Hell yeah. All right, dudes. It's because the Waffle House was open during a hurricane. Any weather. Yeah, that makes sense. Shit. So was GameStop. Brother, there was a tornado. I remember our power was out. Okay. And I was working at GameStop. Our power was out. And I asked my district manager if we could leave because there was a tornado warning. And he said no. And he said, do transactions with cash and write receipts. Like just write receipts. And there was a tornado literally like 300 yards away going behind the Walmart. And we're just standing at the door like, are we going to die? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, I don't know, man. So that was the GameStop game. Fuck. But that was a long time ago. That's like 10 years ago, man. Shit, that was like 14 years ago now. Waffles soak up alcohol after the yeah, I've done it. I've done it. We've all done it, brother. We've all done it. Oh my gosh. All right, boys. All right. So luckily, Jesse, you don't have to do PDH, or Jesse doesn't have to do Fight Milk tonight. Thank God, right? For her. GameStop haven't improved. Yeah, I haven't went in there. I mean, to be fair, look, I know people love physical items. I don't see a point in GameStop existing. You know, I like physical games. I just don't buy them anymore. Right? I don't buy them anymore. So it's whatever. That's just how it is sometimes, man. It's just how it is. Oh, it was great back in the day, though. Those midnight releases back in 2008. That was something else. All right. Well, let me pick. We're going to raid that Star Wars girl. She asked me to come on Jack's show today, and I was like, I don't think so. I was like, I don't know if I can do it, man. I've been live every day for a while. I'm like, working during a hurricane. Thank the customer for swimming. Oh, I don't know about you if you've ever worked retail, but it could be the worst weather in the world, and customers will be wading through the water to come buy a goofy ass thing. It's the weirdest shit. Thank you, Scroats, my goats. Appreciate you, brother. Oh my God. All right. Appreciate you, Scroats. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you. You guys been goated as hell. Cuphead gets a Master System release. Master System release? Wait, what are you talking about? Like a Sega Master System? Is that what you're saying? All right. Hell yeah. Good show, Squish Man. Good show. Stop badgering people, Billy. It's all right. Let the streak die. It's fine. Don't care. It's totally fine. It almost dies every single stream. Just let it die. Sega Genesis. Well, a Master System and Genesis are different, right? I mean, I might be sounding really stupid. I thought they were different. I could be crazy. But all right. Y'all got them Pokemons? Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, there is a part of me that misses the old GameStop days when we'd have midnight releases and have 200 people in the store, and we're all like-minded people, happy about the same thing. Oh, Halo 3, we're all online. We're all looking at the cases. It's all new. Oh, it was awesome. It's not like that anymore. It's just not like that, man. You can download a game and be playing it 3 hours before it comes out in a store, man. You know what I'm saying? You can download a game at like 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. the night before, and it's cheaper sometimes. And I'll tell you what it was. I remember wanting to play Left 4 Dead 2. This is what happened. I wanted to play Left 4 Dead 2, and I was like thinking about going to the store to get a PC copy. And I was like, wait, I'll just open Steam. And I opened Steam, and it was Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were on sale for like $4.99 for both or something. And I bought it and downloaded it in like 3 minutes. And I never bought another physical game ever again. And that was like probably 10 years ago. Maverick Cuba, nothing says Christmas like Doritos. Did you have a side of domestic violence with that? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I live in Alabama. That's how we show our affection. Violence. With violence. Yeah, Master System was the 8-bit one, and the Genesis was the 16-bit one. At least I know things kind of a little bit. Thank you, Maverick Cuba. I appreciate you. Big shout out to Jeff and Shandy for the $100 super chats tonight. I appreciate you guys. You got us well over halfway to Naked Snake. Appreciate you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. We will have Spanish Snake. Shit. Oh, the Black Friday. Ooh. Back at GameStop, we worked when we did Black Friday. The store manager was on salary for the last like 2 years I was there, or for the 2 years before I left. And we had to work 20 hours on Black Friday. So we opened at midnight, went all the way to 5 a.m. Then we would get off and come back at 8 a.m. and work till midnight again. That's what a store manager had to do. And we were paid not shit, by the way. Most of the store managers, I was a higher paid store manager because I did a lot. Like I did extracurricular stuff out of the store for like my district manager. So he kind of rewarded me with a higher pay. And he locked me relatively. But there was people coming in making like $12 an hour as a store manager. Basically 23 grand a year, and they were required to work like 60 hours a week. It was fucking brutal, brother. They were making, technically, if you did the math, they were making like $4 an hour or some shit. Or I'm probably exaggerating, but something like that. Because GameStop would require them work 60 hours a week during Christmas and Black Friday. Black Friday, it was 70. But during Christmas, for November 24th or whatever, all the way to January 14th, managers had to work 60 hours a week. And there were some of these managers were making 22 grand a year. Salary, bro. Fucking crazy. Whew. It's crazy. Somebody can do the math on that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. All right. I'm going to stay on for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to hop the hell off and go raid Anna. I can at least do her some due diligence for not going on her show today. I can give her some love for not doing on the show. Old Fat Gamer, thank you for the sub, brother. I appreciate you, brother. We love you. All right. Not gonna. Oh, the latter, MA, of course. The latter, of course, MA. Of course. Yeah, you'd think. Was it salary or was it hourly? It was salary up until 2016, and then it changed to hourly. And then corporate started firing everybody for time card fraud. Because technically, if you're hourly, they were way more strict. So when we were hourly, if you walked out the front door and threw a wrapper away in the garage, the garbage can in front of the door, like the, I don't know, plaza garbage can, they could technically fire you for it because you're stealing like 2 seconds of time. And they did fire people for that. And it was usually because they were looking for a reason to fire you. So if they were looking for a reason, they would just do that. And they fired every single manager in my district within 3 months over time card fraud. They called us the legacy district back in the day because every store manager had over 10 years in GameStop. I was the shortest one with the exception of one guy. And I was 11 years. There was guys that were there for 20 years. They fired every one of them because we were all making above 40 grand a year, with the exception of like 1 or 2 people. So they fired all of our managers and then hired new ones for like 20 grand. Called it a day. They called it the Legacy Delete Program. Rest in peace. 130 from Nega Snake with about 10 minutes left. Get on it, doggone it. Appreciate you guys. We almost hit it immediately at the beginning of the stream, and then the snake crawled. He stopped. He lost his legs. His poor little legs. Yeah. And then I had my district manager. I told my district manager I wanted to be a district manager one day because I was a dumbass corporate slave. And he said that he was like, you'll never be a district manager. He's like, there is no path to district manager. GameStop does not hire district managers from within. They're all hired from the street. So they take in other people with district manager experience. They would not hire store managers to be district managers. Funniest thing is, if they would have exclusively made store managers district managers, the company might have profited way more because you're actually hiring people that understand the business. Every district manager I knew came from like a shoe store or like a coffee place or a Popeye's chicken. Like, no shit. They were all elderly and none of them played games. Every district manager that I ever met when I was at GameStop, with the exception of a handful, were all like older dudes that didn't play video games at all. They couldn't pronounce half of them. It was the GameStop is one of the best examples back in the day anyway, was the best example of a company that sold something that they knew nothing about nor had anything to do with or interest in. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Very strange. Imagine like NASA being like that. Like everybody they employ at NASA has no knowledge of engineering or aerospace engineering or anything. Do you think NASA would get very far? No. But corporate companies do that all the time. You know, that's how it is. I don't know, Haggis. How long ago was it? If you DM me more than like 3 days ago, it's like 500 messages down, unfortunately. So just send it again. Just send it again, my friend. 20 years supply. Okay. All right. All right, boys. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Maverick Cuba. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the support tonight, brother. Love you. Appreciate you. All right. I don't know if I'm going to eat ramen tonight. I ate ramen last night. It was delicious. It's the Bulldog, though. I ate some Bulldog ramen. It's fantastic. Shout out to Tiffanel. Tiffanel says, Cody, you going to be on Timcast anytime soon? I don't know. Tim told me that I have an open invite. He's like, if you're ever in town, just pop on. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm not usually up there and close to DC, though, right? So, but yeah, anytime. I like Tim a lot. I like all the people on there. I love me some Phil. Thank you, Demise, for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate that. I love you. I love you. I love you. GameStop could put more heart into it and sacrifice a few dollars to the shareholders. It might have been able to survive. Well, I mean, to be fair, GameStop's doing fine now. The Reddit thing saved their ass. And now everybody loves GameStop because they meme really well. So probably the smartest move by corporate companies in the last couple of years is hiring social media managers that just meme and roast people, right? All they do is meme and roast people and shit post. Nothing they post has anything to do with like the company. They just shit post all day. So us and Gen Z and our dumbass internet brains were like, ho ho, GameStop posts a funny meme. I like GameStop now. And that's what happened. So Walmart, Wendy's, they all just shit post all day on their social medias, and everybody's like, ho ho, like slapping their knee. So now everybody suddenly loves corporations. And it almost no one even noticed it happened. It was the craziest shift. No one has even noticed that. But we all know it to be true if you think about it. Like, wait a second. Oh, yeah, everybody loves corporations. What happened? And it's because they all just started shit posting on their social media accounts. And now we're like, oh, they're funny. I support everything they do to torture their employees. So that's just the world we live in now. It all worked out. Whereas Zombie Go Numb? Zombie Go Numb, I always had trouble saying the name. Rebranded to Patch Hollows. I think. Pretty sure. All right, we got 8 minutes left. 130 until Naked Snake for the 630th show in a row. 130 away. Down to the wire yet again for the Snook. Down to the wire. As per usual, the Snook. People don't like GameStop now because they're charging a scalping price for trading cards, and when prices drop, they won't lower it because it's not going to scalpers. They want money. Well, that's true. Like, no, you're right. You're true. The issue is in the social media realm, right? So 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, in the social media realm, everyone hated GameStop. It was like unanimous on social media. Now it's completely flip-flopped. The vast majority of people love GameStop on social media because they post funny memes on social media. And they'll like roast a politician here and there. And like everybody's like, woo! So I'm talking specifically social media. People in real life don't go to GameStop. But the public opinion as far as social media goes is completely different now. So give me up. Well, Blasco, it takes a village. Takes a village. All right. That's impossible. Well, Carmelo Anthony's GoFundMe was, I think, finally removed. I mean, but you get to keep all the money. That's pretty cool, I guess, right? You get to keep the $700,000. That's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I'd do the same shit. GameStop is shit. It's now just a place to buy Pokemon cards. It is, yeah. 100%. Yeah. No one buys stuff anymore at GameStop other than collectibles or Chinese collectibles or Pokemon cards. I mean, which if that's your thing, that's great. But all right, boys. He can buy a lot of ramen in prison now. Well, somebody posted a meme earlier today, and they were like, Carmelo Anthony will now not get to play GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 5, GTA 6. I don't know. Yeah, it's like Carmelo Anthony will no longer be able to play GTA 6. And I'm like, yeah, you will. The inmates in prison are always playing video games. Fuck, half the time they have phones and they're on social media. People have a different perspective of prison. Their perspective of prison is like Shawshank Redemption. And I'm like, that's not like how prison is. Mal, don't you do it. You bust in here, you fool. My husky just bust in the door. Like prison, dude, like I've seen tons of posts on social media where like inmates are in their cells and they're playing like games on like online and they have cell phones and shit. So he'll be playing GTA 6 for sure. For sure. 5 minutes left in the show. Appreciate you guys. We're going to make it an even 3 hours. He is a big boy. He looks like he's just a unit, dude. He's a unit. Somebody ban Billy. I'm about to. Yeah, I saw that, Blasco. I saw that. What's up, Nervous Wreck? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. The dog was floofy. Yeah, we have since brushed him a lot, but he hates it. He fucking hates getting brushed. 20 likes from 300. Hell yeah. But he's like a woolly husky. So he is so furry. And what we used to do, we still kind of do it sometimes, is we'll shear him like a lamb or a sheep. We'll shear him like a sheep, bro. And he'll be naked looking. And within 2 weeks, he's furry again. Just poof. It's redonkulous. E. Martin says, as long as the COs are cool, they can get anything in the joint. Yep. 100%, dude. 100%. All right. I can't eat ramen again, but I really think I want ramen. I might eat the chicken, like the Manchurian old style trailer park ramen. Because there's something about it. You know, that might be what I do. And it's like way less calorie too. It's like 300 versus 500 for the bulldog. The bulldog's just so slimy and delicious. The carbonara, PDH Rakin bought a whole stack of carbonara, and I was like, oh, based, I tell you. Art says, don't ban Billy, give him to Damballa. Not Damballa. Evoke the powers of Damballa. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Have you tried those squiggly noodles ramen? I don't think so. Squiggly. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, the squiggly. Is that the brand name, Squiggly? I don't think it is. All right, 3 minutes left. We're going to raid... I'm sure she's still alive. They go for a long time on... They go for a long time on Jack's show. Where the hell is Anna? Brother, oh my God, they're not streaming anymore. What the fuck? Hold on. Did they just go to Rumble, I guess? Yeah, they moved to Rumble. Okay, we'll raid somebody else then. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Don't tell Jessie that, Rakin. She'll send it to you. She keeps sending Sean just ramen. We'll do Wait, we can do MLS. They're live. And he has Crystal on. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know how long they go for, but let me make sure. All right, cool. We'll raid this one. Hey, cool. Awesome. Cool. Hell yeah, boys. Raid them on Rumble. I'll raid Anna on Rumble. All All right. Thank you, Art the Clown. I appreciate you. 130 away. 2 minutes left. And then we're going to raid MLS. MLS. Hell yeah. Mushroom based. Mushroom based. What are you guys talking about right now? Hell no. Mushroom based? Hey, look, I'm not like entirely worried about the caloric intake. I'm just saying that's a pro. I'm not dieting right now. My diet doesn't start for 3 months or 4 months. And then I'm going to get ripped as hell. Again. For like a week. No snake funeral air costs. I mean, is it funny anymore? I don't think it's funny anymore. Man, sad times. All right. This is what a PDH gets for not coming on tonight. I was like, you should come on tonight. She's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. It's fine. It's fun. All right. All right. Give a shout to MLS in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Big shout out. Thank you guys for keeping the streak going for 5 straight years. It is PDH's fault. I blame it on PDH. Keeping a streak going for 5 whole years since 2021. 2021. So the snake will finally be laid to rest tonight. Again. Again. I've said that like 4 times. Oh, gosh. And then we're going to raid. We're going to raid MLS. I'm going to pop in his chat real quick and say, raid, come in. Raid. Let me make sure there's... All right, cool. Incoming raid. Come in, raid. All right. I blame Bam. It is Bam's fault. They just keep winning. Eamon, all them, they just keep winning. To take Naked Snake from me, even. They even take Naked Snake from me. That's how it is. Thank you, Old Fat Gamer. I appreciate you guys. I'll probably retire Naked Snake from here going forward after this and think of something else. Since we did Naked Snake for 5 years straight, I don't know. I'll brainstorm and we'll just do something else. I don't know what I can do, but I'll try to think of something. We didn't get to 666, unfortunately. I did want to get to 666. I thought that'd be funny. I thought it would be funny. All right. You ain't lying, dude. Same thing. Same thing with me, Hunter. All right, let me set up my raid on Rumble real quick. Dude, the hot tub goal will never hit that, Billy. I've hit Fight Milk like once in like 3 months. It's not gonna happen. It'll be once in a while. It'll be very rare. It'll be very, very rare. Do a white claw snake. What the hell does that? What is a white claw snake? What is a white claw snake? I don't know what that means. Oh my God, Art. Oh my gosh, Art. I don't even think I can read that. Nah, the living snack. All right. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes again. I'll stay on until I finish my claw. And then I'm going to go eat some chicken ramen. Some chicken ramen. Hell yeah. How would that work? Okay, redneck. I'm asking for suggestions. What's up, M Demo? How you doing? How does that work, M Demo? Sad snake. Will you explain what this means? Everybody's like, here's a suggestion. I'm like, well, how do I do that? How do I do that? How would I do it? Saw something that made me think of you the other day. It was an ad in a 1926 newspaper for Piggly Wiggly that wasn't from Alabama. Well, shit. I worked at Piggly Wiggly for 6 whole months. 6 whole months. It was terrible. It was a terrible job. Although, I will say I ate a lot. So, I sat in the aisles and would just eat SpaghettiOs. Now, keep in mind, I was 15 years old and I was a fat kid. So, yeah, I would just power through SpaghettiOs. It was delicious. Hell yeah, Demise. Hell yeah, Demise. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. through the power of turbulent S. Unheated. Unheated, yeah. What? Do you snake with your race car helmet on? How about I get my shirt off? I still have my helmet. I was thinking about selling it though. I was thinking about selling my helmet, but I can't even imagine what anybody would pay for a goofy helmet. So I have my NASCAR helmet that I've been using the last 2 years right here. You know, it's Canascadios raw and topless. I feel like that. How would I do that on a, what the? That's a lot, MA. This is my NASCAR helmet that I've used for a couple of years. And I'm thinking about selling it because it's going to be expired in 5 months, I think. Because it's an SA 2020. So I can't use it after this year. But yeah, it's signed by old Cletus. It's cool. Mal, can you chill out? He's staring at me. I did, Alan Jones, yeah. Did you watch those Inside Paddocks? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. All right. No, yeah, I mean the amount it would take for somebody to buy it from me, I don't think anybody would do it, because it's like the helmet alone costs $1,000 just by itself. Like if you bought it new, it's $1,000. So yeah, I don't even know, with signatures and it being custom and all that stuff, custom airbrushed and everything. Have you ever race clip? Yeah, I've been in like 4 or 5 races with them. I have not, Tiffany. All right. Beep beep. 14 likes from 300 boys. Oh yes, but I don't really plan on doing anything for a while, just because like I'm kind of teetering. Like I've been teetering on like balancing my finances plus balancing racing. I'm really tired of it. Just tired of it. Oh, was he in the one where you killed the field? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, MA. I don't think so. Yes. You call it a seesaw or a teeter tart? Do I call what? Now I'm confused again. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, Mal. Sorry. Well, yeah, I'd drive anything, Tiffany. Only Blasco, they're actually like 30 cents per, based on analytics. Yeah, it is. That's true, Eric. Yep. You ever race dirt track? Yep. Dirt's fun because you think that it's going to have less grip, but it has more. It's the weirdest thing. Is your pet name Mal? No, it's like MAL. His name's Malcolm. Malcolm. Blasco, they're like 30 cents per. Unfortunately. Beep, 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 beep. Streak Hawk was a modified Honda. I don't even know what that is. I've never been a Honda guy. I've always been like a trailer park V8 guy my whole life. Unfortunately. No Hondas for your boy. All right. Okay, boys. Shout out to the boys. I'm about finishing my claw and I'm going to log off here. Shout out to the 5 years of Naked Snake for the boys. Keeping it alive. I think they're called Outlaw, Tiffany. I have not. I agree, Shani. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. The naked snake may fall, but the memory of the naked snake lives forever. There's even a GIF or a GIF. I don't know how you pronounce it. There's one online, like on Google, of me doing the first naked snake ever in like 2019. It's funny. I didn't put the thing up there. Somebody else put it up there. I'm done. Mal, what are you waiting for? My dog's like waiting for me to get offline. What do you need? Food. I don't have any food, brother. Food. All right, dudes. I'm about to piss my pants, boys. PDH is yelling at me because I'm still live. And I'm not supposed to stream Thursdays. And I haven't seen her in like 5 days. Because I keep streaming every day. Hey, man. You got to do what you got to do, baby. All right. He wants the claw. Oh, I doubt that. I doubt it, brother. Right? I doubt it. He's looking at me. He's looking at me. Oh, you breaking eye contact now because I looked at you? You don't like that? You don't like that? Huh? Huh? If only you could see him right now. He's such a dumbass. Lime, Mimdemel. Lime. Shanny, what? You don't have to save this shit, Shanny. You don't have to be a hero and save the snook. Okay? You don't have to do it. With giant red boys on a Thursday. You've given too much already, Shanny. Why didn't you just make Billy do it? Come on. Come on. All right, I got a shotgun my claw now. I got a shotgun my claw. You know what? Look, me and Shanny have shared cookies and White Claws in real life. Billy didn't have the stones. He didn't have the balls to do it. Damn. Billy, don't make me expose you right now in front of God and everybody. Don't make me do it. Thank you, Shanny. I appreciate you. I love you. Shout out to Shanny, everybody. We're going to add in the quacks. Here we go. You didn't have to do it, Shanny. I appreciate you, though. I love you. Thank you. Appreciate you for all the kindness that you do for your boy. Literally over half the super chats are Shanny tonight. I don't know why you think I deserve that, but I will not argue with you. Appreciate you. Thank you. I think that's the most top dog we've had in a long time. Thank you, Shanny. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Shanny. You need to come jump in my pool and drink claws. I don't really know where you are. You're always somewhere in some state. I don't know. Whenever you're in my state, come jump in my pool, drink some claws. 36 snakes to 666. Is that right? That's not right. Yes, that is right. Hell yeah. Oh. It is. Robert, I said that like 3 streams ago. I was like, it's like, what is it? It's like a defibrillator. Buono capo. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Did you see Dicker's finally broke 100K on his channel? Imagine if he didn't spurg out, he could have a 1.1 million subscribers. Oh, I don't know. I haven't followed Rich in a long time. That's cool. Hell yeah. That's awesome. He hit that. I don't know what it's called. Is it called Review Tech 2? Review Tech 2? USA 2? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. How do you hit 100K? His videos aren't really getting views. I mean, they're getting views, but they're like 9K per. 9K per does not bring subs. Let's see. What is that goofy old site, Social Blade? Thank you, by the way, Shanny. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me, even though you're tiny and defenseless. Two. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. Let's try this. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. It's called something else. Let's see here. Oh, they're from Shorts. Wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. They are from Shorts. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're from Shorts. Their subscribers are from Shorts. Well, hey, I'm fine. Who cares? Greg, congratulations. Like, cool. Thank you, Shani. Love you. What's up, Terrible Noise? How you doing, brother? Shout out to Shani for doing some heavy lifting today. We appreciate you. We love you. Shout out to PS2 Chopper. Shout out to Jeff on the roads. Thank you for all your love and all your support. I will be I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. Probably not. Because I got some stuff I gotta do. What the hell did I do with a streak? Why does it say like 62,000? Can you imagine 62,000 snakes? But I will be live Saturday for sure, of course, as per usual. So, all right, boys, let's do Naked Snake. This is obviously this is dedicated to Shani, of course, for keeping the snake alive single-handedly. Thank you. Appreciate you, Shani. Back in the day, the snake basically would, or I shouldn't say back in the day, but usually the snake was kept alive with there would be like 10 orange boys and like 15 gold boys. And that's snake right there. Now it's like, there's like one gold boy, one orange boy, and like 3 red boys. That's how it works now. A lot of the small ones is what it used to be. Now it's a couple big ones. All right, boys. Love you. Thank you, Demise. Appreciate you. Everybody on Rumble. I appreciate everybody hanging out on Rumble tonight. Everybody on YouTube. I love you. Appreciate you, everybody. Let's do Naked Snake for Shani. Here we go. Blasco, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there. I canceled every one of my YouTube memberships I had for like my friends' channels, with the exception of Michael Marutz, because I love that guy. But I canceled all of them across the board, because my property tax goes up like $3,000 to $4,000 a year, and it's getting to the point where it's like almost not sustainable anymore. It's rough. So, yeah. All right, let's do it. Naked Snake. You said Spanish snake. By the way, the last stream didn't get copyright hit. It's like 1 out of every 20 streams I get copyrighted for snake, and it's a different version of snake. That's a cover of a YouTuber. It's not even the real one. It's the weirdest shit. They're just stealing revenue from people. They probably do it to thousands of people and just take the revenue. Are you ready? We're going to do Spanish Snake for Shani. Yes. Here we go. 6 likes from 300. It's that time again.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night.
Chatty.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my
Here we go. One more time, boys.
heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Stay in my time. Help me, nobody else. Crying, it's the way I fly to you. Stay, I'm still a dream. Stay here.
Here we go.
Stay here. Someday you'll know the rain. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's your deal, the trial to survive. For the day,
oh my God,
we see the light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Stay here in my time. Help me, nobody else. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. Stay here. I'm still in a dream. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here.
Here we go, boys. You ready? Here comes the solo, boys. You ready? It's that time again. Hit that like button. 4 away from 300. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God. 630 in a row. Appreciate you. Shout out to Shanny for keeping it alive. Thank you, Shanny. Jeff on the road. All the peeps. Thank you so much. I'll be back Saturday, hopefully with PDH. Probably with PDH. Maybe we can make her do Fight Milk on a Saturday. That'd be fun. Thank you. I love you. Appreciate you guys so much. We're going to raid. Let me make sure they're still alive because I know it's been like 10 minutes. They're still alive. We're going to raid MLS. Give them some love. Say Cam raid when we hit it over there. And I'll see you guys over there. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Saturday. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it. Hell yeah. We hit the lot goal. Based. Thank you. Hell yeah.